Doesn't it? Hi, everybody. A mic always helps, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Hello, Michelle. I know you're at a parade today, but I'm glad you can join us as you can. Hello, Gems Divine. Hello, Karina. Hello, Tammykins. Let's see, and Margaret and Dawn. You're all here, and Karen. And Megan, good morning, Megan. And Gail. Oh my goodness. And Gemma. Hello, Gemma. And let's remember Zara is off doing a family thing today. She's very proud of her brother who is getting an award. Well, not an award, but he's getting a big promotion in the church today. Carpe diem. Yay, so glad you're here. Did I miss anybody? I hope not. We have two guests in the green room waiting to say hi. And yep, and they are, you want to, oh, Gemma, yes, good grief. You got the, yeah, did I not ping you the link? Oh, how stupid of me. Hold on a minute, Gems. Oh, freak. Here we go. View. There we go. There we go. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Oh, for Pete's sake. Goofy me. You can always. Hello, Magic of Time. You can, you can always count on me to mess up something at the last minute. Gems. We'll wait for you. I've got pictures to show you. No, you're in the wrong back room. I don't see you in my back room, love. Good morning, Marla. Good morning. We've just started. I can't wait. This is grand prize day. Oh my goodness. And that means I've got to set up let me see, no, I don't want the random comment picker. I don't want that. I want uh, I want a prize wheel. Prize number wheel, but I want one that's better than last week. And this should have been done before you ever got here. I know, I know, I know. Let's see. Number prize was, ooh, that's kind of cool. Let me see. Random number generator. That's kind of cool. Let's see. New. No, I don't like this one. Let's go back. I hear Gemma. I think she popped in. I don't like that one. How about this one? Ooh, that one looks cool. And let me see if I can make it from 1 to, I can't change that. Can I? Edit wheel online. Click to edit a copy of this wheel. Yeah, I'm trying to. Let me see. Doesn't help if I don't know how to use it, right? All right, go back. I really should have done this before you guys got here. I'm so sorry. And we have, let me see, I have a final count, I think, of 33. Tammy will notify me if I have a different one. And I'm testing them out a couple times here. Because we always end up with the same. Just spinning it a couple times to get it warmed up. All right, we have a bunch of grand prizes and a bunch of other prizes today. So, what the heck? Here we go. Ah, Carrie Marie is here. And Karen. There she is. There she is. There she is. Yes, 33 is the final count. You can't get your membership on green color to come up with Carpe Diem. Okay, what you have to do, I can't change it on my end. What you have to do is you have to like cancel your membership from one and then go into your make sure that it says Carpe Diem does diamond painting and then click membership again to enter the membership again. Karen, I'm sure I love your accent too, honey. I know I'm so Dutchy. I'm so Dutchy. Um, I'm not sure I know what this one means, but okay. All right. All right. I don't want to keep our guests waiting too much longer. I have some announcements that I'm going to do again about later on in the show as well. Did I say hello to Marla? Okay, I'll do that later. That's great. Oh, you wouldn't. I ain't posh like Shay. You guys are fun. Um, Announcements for September. I wanted to let you know that I will not be on September 10th because the debates are on. And if you're in America, I urge you to watch the debates. My husband and I are on opposite sides of the fence, and we are watching the debates together. So please, 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 if democracy is meaningful to you in any single way, please watch the debates instead of coming online. And I will be on this coming Tuesday night, and I will be on the 17th and every other Tuesday in September. The 17th, hey Elena, the 17th we have a guest. We have Joy from Joy's Putties on again. So please, please, please be there. And if you want to be a guest in September or any other time on a Tuesday night, all you have to do is text me and you are welcome on live with me. I love having guests. I love having guest pets too. So if you want to have your pets on with you, that's perfectly fine with me. Let's see. In case you didn't see it, I have the newest video I put up late last night. Am I sure I want to do that? Yes. Yeah, I'm sure I want to be on my with my husband at the debate. Yeah. Yeah, you're laughing. I know. Yeah, that ought to be a fun night in the Schwant household. Yes, sure. Anyway, I put on my newest video was the diamond painting I got from Art and Soul Diamonds, and I am so excited. So it's a Hannah Lynn Groovy Girl. So I put that video on. You watched it? You were still up, Gems? Oh my gosh, you got it like right away. No, I had 39 watches already. Please remember the thumbs up on those videos and the thumbs up on this video. It does help the algorithm tremendously. So if you watched it before, go back and hit the thumbs up, please, and come back in. The first membership Zoom we are going to do is Saturday, November. Good grief, September 7th. I am so rushing the year, right? September 7th. Next Saturday. Is it next Saturday? At from 9 to 12. I was going to do it 10 to 1, but I figure out, you know what? I'm not at 9 every other time, 9 on Tuesday nights or 9 on Saturday mornings. It'll stay 9 a.m. And plus, mom wants to leave to the shore at noon, not at 1. She doesn't want to wait for me. You saw the notification while T-Mall was live. You still need to watch it. Okay, Marla. It's there waiting for you. Don't forget the thumbs up. So 9 to 12, first member Zoom. There will be a lot of dish about Diamond Art Club, yada, yada, yada. I won't go into it now, but this one needs to be on here. Absolutely. We love Art and Souls renderings. Yes, we do. Okay, so with no further ado, I want you to meet Cheryl Carpenter, who is a artist for Art and Soul Diamonds. I want you to meet Melissa Brown, who is a co-owner of Art and Soul Diamonds, and our lovely Gemma. So let me bring them on screen. Here we go. Hello, ladies. Gals, it's so great to meet you. Now, Cheryl's joining us from the UK too. So it's the middle of the afternoon for them.
Hello.
Melissa, can we hear you?
Hello.
Yay! I can hear everybody.
This is so exciting.
Me too. Let me turn down my volume so we don't get a whole heck of a lot of feedback. All right. I'm hoping that's enough, but if it's not, I'll turn it down a little bit more. Hello, Carissa. Glad to see you here. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. We have had actually 3 UK members win, believe it or not. When we did the one that was it Crashly? Crashly in the Putty? They sent to Germany.
Wow.
And one from last week is actually from Belgium, the UK, and she had a US address that I could send it to. So we had 3 winners from the UK altogether, which is excellent. Excellent, excellent. Now we need to get our Australia ones bumped up, and we're great. Thank you for the link. Please keep checking in chat. Hello, Magic of Time. And oh, okay, that's you. Great. Awesome. Yes, Elena. Oh, UK, not Belgium. Why did I say Belgium? I thought I saw Elena. I thought I saw Belgium on your list.
Yeah, I have messaged her, but she hasn't seen the message or nothing yet. The one I've got to send the prize out to, Samantha. Is it Samantha?
Samantha hasn't seen it yet?
No, she hasn't seen it. She hasn't seen the post I left on the group.
I will send you her email so you can contact her directly then.
Okay.
Magic of Time is Cheryl Carpenter. She's
That's
on
me.
Press today, baby. So hello to my guests. I'm so glad you're here. I know Belgium is not in the UK, love, but I just thought
That sounds like American geography.
I'm just thinking
right?
globally, like the European continent versus the Australian continent.
Send out.
Versus
she's bunched all that into me, basically. That's what she means. Sorry, guys. I would explain it for Wanda. So basically, anything Europe, she's bunched to me, all right? So she says Belgium. That's what she means. She says Belgium to the UK. She means like, whenever you're in the UK, you're the closest, so you're shipping it there, all right, love?
Or does it just mean anything not US is now you?
Except if it's Australia, that's Zara.
Yeah, I'll let her handle Thailand and all that as well.
Yeah, she can have New Zealand and Thailand too. Okay, we can do the Philippines and all that.
That's
okay.
Wonders-ism of the day.
Hello, Zara. Shout out to Zara. We love you. We know you're going to be in the
Hey, Zara.
Okay, guys. You know what? I have to have this open because I know my Tams is going to chat with me at the same time. And if you hear a ping, that's Tammy reminding me of something I'm screwing up. Gemma needs to turn her mic down a smidge.
How the hell do I do
I
that?
have makeup on too. Yeah, down under. That's right, Dawn. Brexit has confused us all.
Brexit. Yeah, Brexit. Is that better, Tammy? Give me a thumbs up. Legend, my big gob, yeah.
Karen, it'd be nice.
Karen, I'm gonna, yes. I'm going to. I've got a few choice words on our little group chat.
I am going to bring Art and Soul Diamonds, if I can type it correctly, in here because I want you to see some of Cheryl's work.
Yay!
And Cher, how long
Melissa's
have you
muted
been?
herself.
Well, first let's go to Melissa. Melissa, how long have you had Art and Soul Diamonds? Tell me how that process was. How did you?
Okay. Well, I'll give the less dramatic version.
Give
How's
the
that?
PG version.
PG version. Okay, so about last September, this weekend actually, Labor Day here in the United States, I got COVID, and it caused a lot of brain swelling. And I was not able to work. I couldn't even spell my name. Life took a rapid downward turn. And so once I started improving to the point that I could type a little bit, I could look at my phone a little bit, I could do some stuff, I started doing, well, I'd been doing diamond painting, but I couldn't when I was originally ill. So I started doing more of it as part of my occupational therapy to match symbols and, my brain getting to work my fine motor skills and, starting to process things again. So, I had been using different companies, work for years, and I really, really felt passionately about doing licensed art. So I was like, well, let's see what other small shops are out there. So, in the fall, I found Art and Soul Diamonds, and, it was a young, struggling company. And, one owner had left and Jessica had stepped in and, was working really, really hard to try to get things going better. And so we all got to talking, and I joined as a third owner. And so that progressed for a little while. And then, in a nutshell, we found some things that weren't going well. And gave some opportunities there to have one owner exit and do her own thing. And so that's what we did. And Jessica and I have just been burning the midnight oil and the daytime oil and oil we didn't even know we owned. But
It's gone mad.
It really has. And the important thing is that we're growing and growing and growing and moving ahead and constantly trying to improve. And we mess up. Everybody does. We're not decades long business, but
Hey, as long as you keep learning, and as long as
right?
you keep up the good customer service, as long as you listen to your your patrons, your customers, you're doing better than half the other companies out there.
I can honestly say that about us. We say, it's our heart and soul family, and it really is. Our group is like our house. And, we wouldn't have somebody over and come and spray graffiti on our walls or, go pee in the sink. So it's the same way there. If people are just, screaming or abusive or anything like that, then, we'll show them the door. But, that's why the business page is there. Anybody can see that and still see what releases are coming out and buy and support our amazing artists, because at the end it's we want to take care of each other. We want to take care of our artists. We want to pay them what they deserve, which is a lot more than the world thinks, because without our artists we lose a lot in life. We need that amazing art to keep us all going. And it's the same way with our customers. Don't abuse us, we won't abuse you. And that's a pretty low bar to set.
I think so. I think it's a mutually beneficial bar.
Right? So, we don't want to be one of these companies who are like, oh, we wield the power. If you don't kiss our butt, you can't buy. We don't want to do that. But at the same time, we're not going to let anybody abuse anyone else. And some people will do that, So we're always like, there's other businesses out there. Hope it works out well for you. Right. Goodbye. So, but we do really appreciate constructive criticism. We like when people let us know, what they'd like, and we've got lots of exciting things coming. We do lots of polls, like, what art would you like to see? What type of art would you like to see? What artists would you like to see? What can we have Cheryl make for us?
So
that right?
you are a U.S. company, but you have artists from around the world.
Correct. Our headquarters and our business is set in Georgia, USA, which is where Jessica lives. And so our manufacturer is in China because that's where pretty much
That's where it
everything
all
is
is.
made. It's about 3 companies, and it doesn't matter what sub company you go through, it's 3 factories that make them. And
Yeah.
so we got samples and, did a lot of investigation early on before I even joined, and found what, the best quality was at the best price point. And, that's important too. At first glance, it may look like our products are super expensive, but when you consider that it includes all taxes, all duties, all shipping costs, then it's really the same as other companies. So we try to do that. We try to offer a variety of sizes and types, round, square, resin, crystals, specials. Because everybody deserves to be able to do this. You know, it's not anybody's right to absolutely have to own a 100 by 150 canvas, but you should be able to afford to enjoy. Whether it's a 30 by 30 or whether it's huge, the size of your ceiling. Um, Everybody should be able to enjoy. And we do lots of giveaways and gift cards and things like that so that people can try different artists and try
So
different drill styles.
you have a Facebook page as well as a website.
We do. We have a business page, which we put all of our announcements on, whether that's events or videos, like unboxing videos, and we list all of our new releases there. And those are shareable so that the artists can share them to their pages, or anyone can share them, really. And then there's the private group, which is, that's our home. That's where, we see people doing art and we hear feedback and we see in progress works, and people tell us who they want us to get, and sometimes we can and sometimes we can't. We can't break other license agreements, or nor would we want to. So the important thing is that we want our customers to feel happy that we genuinely care, that they get what they order, and that we're not charging them an arm and a leg. I am not wealthy. We're not wealthy. We're not in our yacht going, yes, just raise those prices. No, not at all.
None of us
But
are, so that's why we're just helping each other out too.
right. We don't pretend to be what we're not. We're a small business. We're
Exactly.
growing. We're learning. But we really want people to be happy. And if they're not, we'll try to do our best to make it better. And if they're completely unable to be pleased, no matter what happens, well, we're obviously not the right company. And there's plenty of other small businesses to try. But at the end of the day, we genuinely care. And that goes for our artists too. I mean, we talk to our artists all the time. How are you doing? Can we do anything to help you? It's not just, here's your money, give us stuff. It's not like that. We really are a family. We keep up with each other. We try to help each other. Um, it's pretty fun.
Do you do one-time rights for the art, or that kind of thing, like for just use for the diamond painting, and for a certain period of time? Do you do discontinued, that kind of thing?
We do a little of everything. And really, it depends on what the artist wants. So we do a lot of term agreements, which is artist is free to work with any company. We don't want to hijack artists and art.
Exactly.
Different companies have different customer bases, and what may sell really well with us may not sell the next company over, or in a different country, from a business there. And so if you find a base where that sells better in a different place, well, then please go make money. We all need to live, right? So that's really important to us. We very rarely have exclusive licenses where we ask artists not to go elsewhere. Very rarely. And if it is, it's usually because we just want our customers to get to know them for a little while,
Sure.
and then open that up to. So we don't usually have artist exclusive, but we do have image exclusive. So when we
Yes.
get an
Yeah.
image, it is
Yeah.
exclusive to diamond painting, and
Yeah.
that's whether it's a snack, whether it's a canvas. Sometimes we'll ask for rights to be able to do like cups, like tumblers, or shirts, like something special like that, of stickers, things like that. But we try to make it so that artists have as much freedom as possible to use their art in other places. If you want to make t-shirts, that's not going to be us. Please use it. Go make some money. We all need to live. And I think that honestly, I can't speak for Cheryl. She's here. She can talk for herself. But we're really trying to say, tell us what you've struggled with. Tell us what's limited you being able to make a living, and tell us how we can work together to fix that.
That's so awesome.
So, we
do
try.
We do have a question. Dawn wanted to know if the shipping is included in the price that you have on there.
Correct.
Okay.
Everything that is listed.
Worldwide?
Yes. And
Wow.
everything, exactly. So, actually, our international customers often get their canvases a little bit sooner because they're shipping from China. So sometimes we have one customer that's in Japan, and she gets hers in like days after they send it from the factory.
I'm
so,
jealous.
Right. Meanwhile, we're over here. We're the owners. We're like, can we have our canvases? Can we have our canvases? We did try to take a period where we had the U.S. customers all shipped to Jessica. We had just signed Hannah Lynn, and we were having this huge growth spurt, and we were really worried that our factory, because we're not right there, so we were worried that they were going to start cutting corners and getting sloppy. And I had ordered some canvases right when they started upping their manufacturing, and I found some flaws with them. So I was like, hold on, we need to be able to check these for a little bit, because we don't want to reduce our quality. And so we did that for a little bit. Poor Jessica. Let me just say, I don't know if you all know, but we're two disabled women, and Jessica is in a wheelchair, and she does not work externally, but she does amazing things. You never know talking to her that she's in a wheelchair, because she doesn't let her stop her at all. And I have like severe spinal issues and other problems, but I do work. So often it's things falling on Jessica, because she's on during the day and during the night and during all the time. She's there all the time. So I tend to do a lot of the things that are less time commitment at a set time. Like, this is rare. I don't usually do like set time things, because I work and work and work. And my day job, I work for the government in suicide prevention. So if they call me, I have to drop in a hat and travel to wherever they need me to be.
Awesome. I love you guys. I love it. I have fibromyalgia. I have ADD. A couple of our members have issues too. Some of us work part-time. Some of us aren't able to work at all.
Mhm.
That kind of thing. So to support another company with, who are doing the best they can with their disabilities, I am all for that. I love you guys.
Give me
for
2
that.
seconds. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, Gems.
Thank you. So, we mention it from time to time. We're like, Jessica is trying to package 1,500 canvases. She's in a wheelchair. She has to have them come to her house and pick them up. She can't wheel them one at a time to the car.
So it's only the two of you right now as employees? It's only the two of you?
Well, sort of. My husband is now our IT. He's retired. He was really lucky. He worked for city government for 27 years. So he got to retire right before he turned 50 with a pension for life. So I love it. And so he gets paid forever to take care of us and our family. So instead of going out and getting another job, because he's Mr. IT guy, he was like, I'd rather get paid less. And instead of trading time for money, trade money for time. I'd rather just live on my pension and do things for my family and support my family, rather than worry about more money. We have enough money to pay our bills. Let's enjoy. So that's what we do. And we're kind of weird in some ways, but we like it and it works for us. And it's awesome for me. Like I said, I've got some spinal injuries and different things, so I have a lot of mobility problems. But I work remotely most of the time, unless I get sent somewhere in the world. And so he brings me tea. I'm like, oh, we need such and such up on the website. Got it. So he calls himself my service husband. I have a service
I love
dog.
it.
And
I
I'll
love it.
introduce you all to Puff here shortly. She's
Please
down here.
do.
So
What's your name?
Puff the Magic Dragon. And so she's my service dog. She's actually retiring. She's starting into retirement now. And I've got the service pup in training who, I don't know, I think she only has one brain cell. So every once in a while, that brain cell will bounce around in there and she'll remember to like keep me alive. And the rest of the time, she's like, try not to die, Mom. I can't find my brain cell. So we'll see. We'll see how she turns out. But anyway, so my service dog was retiring. My one in training is not quite up there yet. And so he's like, well, I'm retired. I'll just be your service husband. I'll do all those things and we'll call it good. So he actually like signs emails and introduces himself now as, hi, I'm the
Can
service
he
husband.
teach mine? Mine is an engineer who doesn't, he says, I have a face for radio. I think he's gorgeous. He's Santa Claus. He just, they have seen pictures of him. They have not seen him live. They have seen him in and out of chat. I don't know if he's here now lurking. He might be. I don't know. But if you see the black hole, then that's my hubby jumping in. He's an engineer. He's my IT and he's my graphic arts guy. He just,
right?
If he doesn't know about computers, it's not worth knowing.
Right?
He knows how to Google like the best of them.
And it's wonderful because I'll be like, we need to think about advertising. Anybody know anything about that? No? Okay, service husband.
Exactly.
Advertising online.
Exactly.
And he'll get like, okay. And he just, I don't know. They broke the mold when they made him. And, it works. So
now Jessica needs to hire on somebody to help her pack and ship.
She's trying, and we have switched back as of the 26th of July. We switched back to manufacturer shipping. So it's back to 7 to 10 days to get it printed and packaged and to fill out all the documents, depending on where in the world it's going, and get it into customs and into the shipping process. Yeah. The thing is that we accomplished what we needed to because we did find some flaws and we just pulled those and sent them back and said, print it again. No, we're not sending out things with errors and problems. There's always accidents, right? Human, yes. We're all human. So sometimes the company will stick the wrong sticker on something or something like that. But if it's actually a flaw, like they printed something wrong or they missed sent the wrong color drills or something, we'll fix that. And but by doing that and telling them that we are serious, if we have to get everyone shipped to us and then ship it out from there, we will, because we're not going to send out crap. It really improved their quality control. They improved their packaging because we realized how many canvases were coming, slightly dented, greased, whatever. So lots of improvements came from that. But as soon as we could, we're like, here, package, give Jessica a break. So she's actually, I think she just got the last boxes in from before we switched back. So she's packing. So really, she's taken one for the team. And, she literally had her father come over and like just help break down boxes and take them away because her whole house was full of boxes. And we kept joking with her that we were worried that we wouldn't hear from her from a day. And we'd hear from her husband saying, I found her under this collapsed tower of boxes.
That would be me. My whole house would collapse, over me, and it'd be all craft items everywhere. Right? It's like I had to learn that there's no bumper sticker that says whoever dies with the most craft items wins. I mean,
right?
We've all seen those ancient bumper stickers. That's me. You know, if you can't find me, look under my diamond painting somewhere. I'm
That's
there.
it. I'm the one under the pile of cats. If there's a pile of cats somewhere, that's me underneath there. I'll be like the Wicked Witch and just have my little toes sticking out next to a pile of cats. But yeah, so and I one thing that I just found out yesterday, right? Because Jessica is, I mean, she's just a workhorse. She just goes and goes and goes, and she does it quietly and usually calmly. Every once in a while, with good friends, she'll be like, ah, but to the world in general, she's just calm and sedate. Me, no. I'm bouncing off the walls like a rubber super ball, and that's just what I do. I go at 1,000 miles an hour and then I crash at 1,000 miles an hour. I'm like a toddler. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm like a toddler in a grown up, broken down body. So, but she's kind of shy. She's shy to come on lives like this, but she just goes and goes and goes. So every once in a while, I'll find something else that she's doing that is just like, oh my gosh, you've been doing this all that time, because she's got to just quiet about it and just does it, does it, does. So I just found out last night that for every package that she packaged while we were doing our quality control check, she handmade the cover minders herself and matched them with the washi tape that matched with the canvas the person was getting, just as a thank you for bearing with us while we added in a couple of weeks to your shipping time. So she handmade them. And I'm like, you did what? Oh my gosh. So, Jessica
I got
is
the cutest little chick with mine and the nicest little bird, washi tape to go with mine. I'm like, oh my gosh, they match. It's
that's
so
it.
cute.
She has them there, and last night she's like, yeah, I'm getting more boxes in tomorrow because I ran out of boxes. And in the meanwhile, I'm making more cover minders to go in them. And I'm like, you doing what? I mean, I know you make cover minders, but you're making the cover minders for every one of these. And she's like, yeah. And then I purposely matched the cover minder in the washi with whatever canvas they ordered, whether it's the color or, like, I know this person and I know they like birds. So I'm giving them, a bird cover minder and I was just like, wow, you're really the heart. You are the heart of our company. I tend to be helicoptery. I work my full-time job, which is very stressful and very busy. And then I also teach because not many people do what I do. So I try to teach and, mentor and build up whenever possible the emerging public health and allied health professionals that are going through their careers, especially non-traditional students who, they may be juggling life and children and a job, and they just need that little bit of extra, like, come on, you can do this. I know you can. So I do that. And then my third job, I jump into the business and I'm like, quick, what do I need to know? What do I need to fix? What do I need to work on? Okay, I got 5 minutes, got to go to bed, thud. And that's like every day. So Jessica's doing this all the time and she's taking care of everything. And then I fly in and I stir up a bunch of stuff and hopefully fix some paperwork and then fly off to the next thing. So she's really the absolute heart of our company. And, it was really, really hard on her when the buyout happened, and she dearly loved our former partner, but just things change, and hopefully her and her company will do well, but we're moving forward, and we wanted to go and see some things, do some other things, and it was really harder. And that's the same time that she was packaging all this stuff. So
Oh my gosh.
we expected, like, okay, a gradual increase. Okay, 3-4 weeks. We'll see what we need to see. We'll get the manufacturers to straighten up and, improve their packaging and everything. And then we'll go back to, and no, it was like, okay, let's try this. Bam! She was just like, she got 16 to 17 boxes in a week with about 50 canvases in each one.
Oh Lord.
And
wow.
She was just like, I can't even lift one to get into my lap to wheel it into the house. So she had to get people to come over and help her just get them in.
Oh Lord.
I mean, it was insane. But we did it, and we found out what we needed to find out, and But this is also during a very difficult period. So, she shares openly that her amazing son passed 2 years ago from suicide. So,
Oh,
suicide prevention is very, very near and dear to both of our hearts, and because of that, we do a lot of suicide uh, events and support suicide prevention work, and raise awareness, and share resources and links, just about taking care of yourself and the ones around you. There's always going to be more work. There's always going to be more things that you should or could or whatever do. That shelf over there that needs dusting, you're never going to look back and say, I wish I'd gone to another meeting.
nope,
Or,
it'll be here tomorrow.
or I wish I dusted, that shelf a few more times.
Yes,
So to,
yes,
to pause and take the time, do your diamond painting for yourself and your own
yes.
wellness. Help your brain, and
Yeah.
spend time with the ones that you love, friends,
We
family, the
support
family you
you
make.
in that. We support you in that endeavor, and um. Oh, okay. Samantha, have you posted your final in the final blue thing? We want you to have a chance at the final thing. I just want to be sure that first of all, Gems is going to have something fun to say. Samantha, if you haven't watched um, the last replay, you did win something last time. You won one of the grand prizes, and Gems is going to send something to you. Also, we need your final picture in the blue post in the Facebook page, so that we can send you a grand prize if you win one. Now, this would be good time. Can I break in just a second? And we're definitely going to have Melissa on another time. We're definitely going to support Art and Soul Diamonds in their suicide prevention things, and I want to give Cheryl equal time too. And we have lots of goodies to give away. So I'm gonna go back on screen for a half a second, and Melissa, we love you. You're just awesome. You are absolutely awesome. I'm so glad you're here today. Um, I want to remind everybody that we compared our our very own Tammy compared all the prizes, all the people who put in their yeah, all the people who put in their uh, beginning post. We had about 40 some put in their very beginning post on Facebook, and we compared to the last one, the one under the blue final. Oh, good, Michelle. Under the blue, you'll have to watch the replay, Michelle. This is awesome. So if you want to put your picture real quick under that and let Tammy know that you've done that, I will up the wheel to 34, and you will be number 34 on the prize wheel to make sure that you are entered into into the final prize wheel. Okay, so that was one thing I needed to get on there. Let's see. Our prizes today are the way they're going to go is I have Teresa's. I want to show you. I want to share the screen here for. I know I'm like, okay, there's going to be like 85,000 numbers on here. What's the windows? Where are my windows? Where are they? Why are they not on here? I know they're here. Did it check out of them? Well, booger smacks, where are they? I have such colorful language, ladies.
I have never. No, I mean, I would put a sailor to shame, but that is one of the best ones ever. I'm gonna have to write that down and make sure to use that.
I have okay. It's like sugar smacks. I used to call them booger smacks. All right, so let me share. I am giving away a Chuck Pinson. Where did it go? Do you see it? You do not see it. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm here. No, 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 no. My internet is sucking right now. I am so sorry.
We just need to gather the IT service husbands and put
Oh,
them together on this problem.
at least you can hear me, right? Do you see the Chuck Pinson on the screen?
No.
Hear you? Yes. See it? No.
Oh, booger. All right, then. I am not gonna. Oh, come on now. StreamYard, you need to respond. You need to be good girl. All right, I will stop sharing and see if that unlocks my screen. Because I think I have too many screens open at the same time. It does that. I'm still going if I. Okay. All right. You'll have to look it up when you're on the picture. Chuck Pinson Seabreeze Path. That's one of the prizes. Teresa Kuzer, a member. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you too. She's giving away a Look at Me, which is a Diamond Art Club. We have an Art and Soul Diamonds, your choice of painting. They've given me a code for that. And the fourth one is a $60 gift certificate from Amazon. So since that is good from anywhere in the world, and so is artandsouldiamonds.com, if you win and you are from Europe or let's see, non non-American, you're going to be winning one of those two. I can't send you one of the other two. Okay? And we are going to have some because you're here prizes as well. So I'll introduce you to those later. And I want to thank also Crashly, who sponsored us and was on a couple weeks ago for release papers. And she created release papers with Wanda's work basket on it. You can order them from her site. I am going to be able to send you a couple if you win one of the prizes, the Just Because prizes. Okay? And this is the other one for my favorite things. And I wish I had gotten them in time to send them to Zara and Gemma, but I didn't. I am so sorry, ladies. But okay, so there you go. So please visit Crashly's site. She still has in the description box, you still have all the codes. Today is the last day that you can use a lot of them. So please use them today, especially if you didn't win anything in the chat, the other things. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Joy's Putties. A lot of you got some Joy's Putties that won. She has amazing stuff. She sent me a French vanilla here. It smells divine. I just ordered a few more from her. And if you do order from Joy's Putties, please let her know that you saw her first on Wanda's Work Basket and My Favorite Things. And thank you, thank you, thank you again to Nyx's Notions for the awesome, awesome trays she made that we gave away all month. She made these awesome, big, chunky trays that are fabulous. They do have a stopper, but I lost mine. Don't tell her that. I dumped out the extra diamonds and it went. I'm like, okay, where did it go? And with my ADD, I have no idea where I put the extra one. She usually includes an extra. So I will find it one of these days, and I will have
You're
it
going to
back
get your
again.
bum spanked.
Exactly. I'll find it somewhere.
Going to spank
And
your bum.
I did send one to Gemma that went out last week, and I sent one to Zara that went out the week before. So, and Tammy has one too. So, since they work very hard behind the scenes. Okay.
Wanda,
Now,
she lives the next county over from me.
does she? Cool.
I'll tell her to send you a dozen or so. That we can fling them around like confetti.
I'll see if she can send me another one, but that's okay. Let's see. All right. Yeah, the color is Forest Sprite, and I got a travel trailer from her, and one of the papers, the release paper treasure boxes that are so cool. And we do have another. We have a January thing called New Beginnings, and we're going to pick a whole new group of sponsors for January New Beginnings. So please hang in there with me until January. We can win more. Now, what am I doing right now? You guys want to win the first prize, one of the first prizes? I don't think I even need to ask that question.
I was going to say, has everybody ever said no? Because I don't think so.
Simply. So while they're here, why don't we give away the Art and Soul diamond painting? Yes, Jim's divine. Why don't we give away the Art and Soul diamond painting? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, now let me see if I can share this. If I lock up again, I will be back pronto. Let me see if I can share the screen for the number picking wheel. I think you see it. Yay! I added Samantha to it as number 34. I ran it through a couple spins already, so we don't pick number 5 or 4 again immediately. So this is for the Art and Soul Diamonds free diamond painting. Let me see, and I will email you a code, and you can get it right from them. So, drum roll, please. Yeah, number is
23.
Tammy Spunky Red. Hey, I don't see her in chat this morning, but Spunky Red has won the Art and Soul Diamonds. And if I don't write it down now, I know. Okay. All right, very good. I'm going to stop sharing now and come back to the live. I won't win now, Jem. Stop calling me Jamie Dodger.
She's always going to be Jamie Dodgy to me.
What's wrong with being called a cookie or a? Wait a minute, you call them biscuits. What's wrong with being called a biscuit?
Someone a Jamie Dodger here, someone that always wins, don't we, Shez? And at one point, she was always winning stuff. So she won loads of Easter eggs, and she won this, and she won that. And at one point, she was winning so much stuff. And honestly, she was a Jamie Dodger then. And then on Soul's event as well, she won quite a few times on that. She did.
On my event, yeah.
Yeah, on Shez's event, she won quite a few, so that's why she got the name Jamie Dodger.
It's insane. We do random spins like that, and it's like the universe just wants them to have prizes. It's odd. I'm in the same boat, Wanda. I'm always like, Cyril, what the hell does this mean? What is this person saying? She's like my translator. I'm in Kentucky, folks, right? I may work for the government, and go all over. I don't know all these. So I'm like, what? Or she'll say something, and I'm like, try again. What's that? It's like that.
I love our British sayings, don't you, Shez?
Well, you have to. The trouble is, in certain places, like Gemma would probably say something different to what I would say, because of where huh? Yeah. So anyway, the different counties where we live, we probably say different things as well. And she always says,
you'd be surprised.
I want to introduce to everybody Cheryl Carpenter, or Shez. She is an artist for Art and Soul Diamonds, and I'm going to see if I can share my screen again, Lord willing.
Wanda, while you're doing that, I
Yes,
have to
darling.
say some things about her that she won't say for herself because
Is it good
you wouldn't
things?
see, right? Look at that look like, oh my
Won't.
gosh. Right. Okay. I honestly don't think that we as a company would be where we are or even possibly existing without this woman. She's one of our artists. Her art is amazing. I was prepping things for her event that we held, and I was like, you have such a broad variety of art. You know, it's not like just one thing and it's just repeated with a slight difference 500 times. Literally, she has the most broad and amazing range of art. And some customers came and they're like, "Oh, you're having a Cher Carpenter event. You know, I don't like dark images." And I'm like, "Keep looking." Because she has beautiful images and she has thought-provoking images and she has, you know, just such a huge range. So keep looking. And honestly,
Yeah.
even if you don't like people at all, she does word art and she does other things. You know, honestly, I don't know how anyone cannot like at least something of hers. So anyway, you know, she made our website. She made our logo. You know, I mean, literally, she helped us become what we are. And there will never be enough good that we can say about her. So she's not going to say all these things about herself, but in addition to being an incredibly talented and amazing artist and just a caring, wonderful human being, she also, you know, she's held our hand and, you know, helps us past our tears when we're like, oh my God, why did we think we could do this? We can't. You know, I mean, she's just amazing. So love her as an artist, love her as a human being, and just the support that she gives to small businesses. And she truly wants everyone to succeed. You know, she brings our attention, you know, young and new and emerging artists so that it's like, hey, they just need a chance, you know, their art is amazing. Here, look at this. And we've actually signed quite a few of the people that she's pointed out to us, and we've shared with them, you know, you have friends and Cheryl, you know, she wants you to succeed. So she is part of the heart and the soul of our art and soul. And
Is this for you, Jessica?
Yes, it was. When I did it, I thought, oh, you know, I quite like to be diverse with artwork and try and include all different cultures, religions, things like that. And yeah, I did this for Jessica, obviously.
That's fabulous. Oh, I
Well,
love that.
just tried anyway.
I love that. You have an amazing range.
Or a weird mind.
You have Oop, there should be censored that one. But you have 9 pages of wonderful images, strong women. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Very neat. I'm going to
and
So
it's
actually, 30 of these are going to be, I suppose, retired. So just to make way for my newer art, and because I do actually have quite a lot on Art and Soul. So actually, on the website, I can't remember what the category is called. Is it? What's the menu called? Bit Melissa,
I think
where
it's
they're under.
Last Chance.
Oh, Last Chance. Yeah. So 30 of them are going. 30 of my older pieces are going.
I think the Diamond Diva one, I was going to put that up behind me. It's right over there. I have had it up for a while now. Let me see.
You did.
Let me see if I don't. It's going to pull a whole a whole stack of stuff down if I don't do it right.
There goes. We're going to see it on camera, y'all.
We will see an avalanche.
We're going to see the avalanche of craft supplies any second now. So here we
just
go.
referenced the avalanche. If you hear something crashing, I'll pick it up later.
The great avalanche of 2024.
And I'll show it in a second. I have an original Diamond Diva. It's funny because I called my gals divas. Wait a minute.
I know. I could hear Melissa.
Oh, you're off camera.
I could see her.
Melissa's off camera for a moment. I'll pop her back in when she pop. There she is. Yeah. So no, I
mute herself as well. Bless
Wait a
you.
second. It's okay. Hang on a second.
Sorry, I'm used to all my government calls where you say what you have to say and then mute real fast.
Yeah. This was the Diamond Diva. And I didn't want to call my friends here guys. Hello guys. Hello guys. We're gals and we're proud of it. So I wanted to come up with something else. And I thought, okay, divas is fun. And then I thought divinely inspired, vivacious artists or associates, or, we're all creative people. We're all artists. Whether you work for the government or whether you do math or whether you do whatever, you have to use creativity in whatever you do, which is just thinking out of the box, thinking beyond the norm. Einstein was creative. You wouldn't call yourself creative maybe, but that don't have to be an artist to be creative. You just have to live life a little bit outside the box. Everybody has a creative means. So that's what I mean by creative. That's what I mean by diva, divinely inspired, vivacious artist. And I think we all are divas. So when you put Diamond Divas, I'm like, oh my God, that was made for me. And that was the first one I got from Art and Soul Diamonds. So I just love it. So let's put Cheryl back on screen where she belongs. And we had an early question for Cheryl.
I like it when I'm little.
And we want you on screen. I'm going to go back and find the question that was meant for you. Way back when. Here it is. Can we ask Cheryl? So many beautiful moving images on the site. Can Cheryl share a bit about where most of her inspiration comes from, especially the different images of women?
Well, so back when COVID started, here in the UK, we had to, if you were vulnerable, had like an illness or something, or the elderly, had to stay indoors and not go out. So I have quite severe asthma, so I had to stay indoors. So during that time, I was getting quite down because I was basically locked in the house for about 3 months and I wasn't going out. I got quite down about it. So then I've always been one of those people that edits the crisp packets out my children's pictures to make it look like, that my house isn't messy. And so I've always done that. But then it just it just led into artwork. And so a lot of my pieces, because I know a lot of us struggle mental health, or we know somebody that's struggling with mental health or abuse, or we're survivors of something of some sort. And so a lot of the artwork that I actually do comes from a place in here, where I'm just trying to get a feeling out, and I might not know what that feeling is, but then when I look at the picture, it's like, oh, actually this is why I've done this. So there's one called Empty that's on Art and Soul, and so basically I think I said about it in another live, but so that one does have a meaning because it's like all the pretty stuff on the outside, like we put makeup on to make ourselves feel better, but inside you're still struggling, and for people with depression, they might feel empty. And also with, if anybody's ever suffered with depression, anything like that, sometimes non-supportive people will say, well, you've got a lot to be thankful for. You've got children, you've got a house, you've got all this wonderful things. But if you suffer from depression, yes, you see all that beauty, but it still doesn't stop you from feeling the way that you do inside. So a lot of my art does come from maybe feeling a bit low and a bit depressed. The one, obviously, Gemma's got two of mine behind her. One's a pretty one, and then the other one, what do we call that one in the end? I can't remember. It's been such a long time since you've had that one up there, isn't it, Gemma?
Right. That one is Don't Look Back, and that one is Electra, the first one I did of yours.
Oh, right, yeah. So both of those are actually not available now. They're not licensed anywhere now, because they were licensed to a UK company, but I've parted ways with those. But the Don't Look Back is just, when you're maybe a survivor of something, to try and move forward and not look back. let it, I don't know, don't be chained to the past, really. That's basically what that is. So yeah, a lot of them, I think I have discussed, I think with Melissa, about actually add in descriptions of what the artwork is, because people will naturally assume that most of my artwork is dark artwork, when in actual fact it's just, you know, like empty. People would say that's quite dark, but actually when you think about what the meaning is behind it, it's not dark at all. It's just trying to get people to resonate, you know, with the art, and like, oh yeah, actually that's how I feel, or that's how I have felt, and just a reminder that they're not really alone, really. So that's where a lot of that comes from my
You're so right, Cheryl. I mean, because depression is usually some depression is a chemical imbalance. I've had a chemical imbalance since I was a childhood. In childhood, I've been on depression meds since second grade, off and on, different ones. So I know you can still be grateful and thankful for a lot of things and still be depressed. So for somebody to tell you, well, you have a lot to be grateful for. Well, yeah, I know, but that doesn't get rid of the feeling inside. It's a
definitely not.
chemical problem, and it's you know, it passed down in my family. It's nothing that I can change without, you know, medication keeps me on an even keel, and I am very familiar with that empty thing. If you guys ever do a depression event or something like that, I'm going to be on your Facebook site more often. So when you guys do ones like that, I want to support you. I want to have you guys on again as you know, guests, and we'll do a special promoting your event when you do those kind of things. I want to be part of that, please. Um, I'm so grateful for other artists who exemplify that, who help the world know that it's not a person's fault. It's not a person's, that we don't want to be depressed. We're not trying to get attention. It's not that we're not grateful for what and who we have in our lives. It's got, and we are survivors. And I'm a fellow survivor as well, and a thriver. They, I, yeah. So, and that was a childhood thing too, although it happened way after second grade. It just, you know, shame-based events in your life are devastating, and they are, you know, it's a lifelong learning lesson, that a lifelong struggle. So I'm appreciative for your strong female images. I am so appreciative of that. I may not like the darker ones, but there are other ones on there that are strong and beautiful, and I get that. I just absolutely love them.
I feel a bit privileged now that I've not privileged, but I suppose, I don't know what the word is, but kind of grateful that I have gone through everything that I have been through, because, you know, I've always been creative, maybe not art wise, but you know, like theatre and things like that. And so I kind of feel like, well, actually now, because I've gone through so much, I can actually talk to people about it. I can sympathize with people. I can be more empathetic, that word? Yeah, to other people. And just, you know, and sometimes, yeah, just helping people really, and just making them aware that they're not alone, really. That's really what the thing is, you know. And I do like to push boundaries a little bit with certain pieces, and my art isn't for everyone, and I know that. I'm super lucky that Melissa and Jessica have got so much of my mental health art on their site anyway, and so yeah, I suppose I just want people to know that it's not so dark. It just has, most of it, if it looks really dark, it's probably come from a place where I was probably sad that the washing up wasn't done or something like that.
No, not at all. I totally get that. Totally get that. And I am thankful that there are artists out there that have that do art to exemplify others, so that they know um, you're not alone. And that's like the biggest thing, to know that we're not alone in how we feel. That is like the number one feeling. I mean, when you feel like you're part of a group, you're not you don't get to the desperate straits of having to think about suicide prevention a lot of times. I know I'm going to have to put a little, comment warning on it, and I may not be able to monetize this one, but I think these topics are supremely important. Being a survivor, suicide prevention. You're not the only one with depression. I want people to know that if you need to talk to somebody, please email me, message me. We can have a phone conversation. We can have a Zoom conversation. I want people to know that they're not alone out there. I'm also a minister. I am an ordained United Church of Christ minister, and I have been for about 16 years almost. So it's confidential, and it will always be. So I want people to know that they have somebody to talk to who knows what they're going through. Okay, off the soapbox. Gems Divine wants to know, how will we know which 30 of Cheryl's pieces are going away and when? Does it say on the site, or can we get a list so we don't miss out? And then Melissa wrote, we have a tab on the website saying last chance, where we place images archiving after 30 days. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much. And you also make an announcement in your Facebook group, and I posted, we have the Facebook group link in the chat, just to make sure that everybody knows and sees that. And let's see. It looks like Gems has just found you guys, so that's awesome. So 30 days will be till October 1st. All right. So how did you start, Cheryl, as an artist? And how did when did you first think, oh, I guess I am an artist? How did that happen?
If I'm completely honest, I still don't think to myself, oh, I'm an artist. I just create things that come I just create things that come out of my head, and I just don't really think, oh yeah, I'm an artist or anything like that. I've always loved art. But like I said, it just really started progressing from editing the children, really, to then seeing what I could do with them. Actually, how it started was, or how I got into diamond painting really, was that I was in a Photoshop edit group, where people would ask you to take the backgrounds out, or take a person out, or take their double chin out, something like that. And so I'd start editing these pictures in this photo edit group, and then somebody asked me, oh, can you change me into a Halloween character? So for about 6 months that I just did that quite a lot, changing people into Halloween characters. And then a lady in the UK, she said, oh, actually, I like your piece. Could I make it into a diamond painting? Because I hadn't heard of diamond art or diamond painting before. And so, yeah, it really started there. And then a UK company got in contact with me to license some artwork. And then just went from there, really.
Cool. What's your, do you have a job outside of art? Do you have a daily 9 to 5, or?
Yeah, so apart from being a mum, of course, which takes up most of my life, I also work in a school as a tutor and supervisor.
Yay! Yay for teachers of all kinds. Heads up for that.
I'm so not prepared. In the UK, we have 6 weeks off for summer holidays. So yes. Next week, the schools are going back. And I've meant to have planned stuff, but obviously, you know that my son has been ill, and so I've done nothing. So I don't know. I go back on Wednesday. Well, I've got training Tuesday. So I'm literally going to have to fit in all my planning within 2 days, I think, because I've just not done anything. It's gone so quickly.
I do after school homework help at the Boys and Girls Club every day. We start back. The homework help starts back in 2 weeks, but the kids have started back last week. My kids are mostly ESL kids, and they speak English very well, but they have to learn how to read it and write it and do their math, and they don't have anybody at home to help them because their parents don't read and write, and they may speak a little English, but not enough to help with homework. So we do a homework group. I have 11 girls and 3 boys,
Wow.
which I love. I absolutely love that. And I'm teaching them diamond painting and stuff too, as well
Oh,
as how to deal with emotions. And, 5th grader, I had them last year for 4th grade. I'll have them this year for 5th grade. And it's like also teaching them how to, like, okay, it's not the end of the world if your boyfriend's not talking to you, it's 5th grade, people. Let's not, I can give them the benefit of a 60-year-old's wisdom, a grandmother's wisdom in this whole thing. And so that's kind of fun. So yay for teaching, yay for tutoring. I'm so glad. So glad. I'm so glad.
I'm actually taking the art class, so that's like year 3 and 4 over here is like 7, 8-year-olds, and I'll be doing diamond art stickers. That's what I've got for them to do in 1 week of them to do. So I think that'll be fun.
And thank you for the stickers you did send. They went in with the Nixie's trays that got sent out, and I sent out the last one. I wanted to keep it, but I sent out the last
Which one was
one.
that?
You sent me the. It was you who sent me, right?
Yeah, which one was it that you didn't want to send out?
Oh, I'd rather be diamond painting or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I think all of those actually are available as. I think I've done them all as word art for diamond painting for Art and Soul, so they're actually all available as kits as well as stickers.
And their kits do come as both rounds or squares.
Yes.
And it looked like some of them come in different sizes too. So, please look at all the different ones that are available. You have an event starting September 1st. Paint It Pink. Yay, laid back events. The only rule is having an Art and Soul canvas. Yay, I have my Art and Soul canvas ready now. Groovy girl. We don't archive fast. Archiving lets the artists circulate art and audiences, and we don't do a release and archive fast. Thank you so much. I love the choice of drills. Thank you.
You're the best drills. I love Art and Soul kits.
Oh,
They are.
I love an Art Soul. Honestly, I'm working on a kit now, and it's nothing compared to an Art and Soul kit. Honestly,
you've been spoiled now.
I can't wait to get. I have been spoiled, but it's Shez's fault. Weren't for Shez,
right?
It's all link me up. It's Shez's fault. Everything is Shez's fault. She's the one that got me into the darker theme images for diamond painting. It's all Shez's fault.
We work really, really closely with her. So if there's something on her website or something that she made 20 years ago, who knows, right? You can always just ask her, hey, would this be possible to make into a diamond painting? And we can do it as a custom if she gives permission. And, she gets her royalty for that. I ask her to make things for me all the time. Like, I really need word art that says this because I need it pasted on my forehead. And, she's amazing. So I'm opening up your commissions for you.
How often do I message you, Shez, and say, Shez, can you do this for me, please?
And it's not even simple stuff. Now. It's not even simple stuff. Like I was like, we have a request to license more Jewish art because we have some Jewish customers that want a variety of Jewish arts. And I'm like, we can't find anyone that will license their work for diamond painting. Can you try to make us something? And she's like, I'll try. And talking about brave, she's like, I was like, can we post it and get feedback on it so we can see what people like, what they don't, and that's brave. I wouldn't do it.
I don't know why I was brave. I'm the most anxious person there is, so I don't know why I opened myself up to that. But honestly, everyone in the comments that they made on the piece were really informative because I'm not always going to get it right. I'm not from different cultures and things, so I'm not always going to get it right. So having the feedback from the Art and Soul, the family in the group was helpful because you try things and you never really want to offend anybody. Really, so all you can do is try, isn't it, to be more inclusive.
But we do things like we haven't been listing our square drills, our square crystals as much because we found out we're paying much more for them and we weren't passing that along. So it's like, okay, let's figure out how we can do this, because when you're
the actual the rhinestone ones.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can get them in squares, but they're a little bit more. I mean, it's not
They are more
hugely bad.
expensive.
So like for a 30 by 30 centimeter snack, one of the little snacks, it's like $5 extra. So it's not like it's 50 or anything, but on a huge canvas, it might be, 20, 25. So we were like, okay, we need to figure out how to calculate how to put that. IT husband, put that charge in somehow. So in the meanwhile, I literally just made a post last night because I had forgotten to do so because life. But really, anytime you want something, sometimes we can't do it, but sometimes we can. If somebody is like, I really, really, really want this in a round, hand rendered in a round. Well, we have to have enough that we can sell to make it worth doing because it's expensive to hand render. So if enough people contact us and say, I want this hand rendered in round, we'll do it, as long as we can at least break even and make the cost of the rendering. Everything doesn't have to be about making a profit. We don't want to starve to death, but if there's enough people that are like, okay, that'll cover the cost of the rendering, good, because the artist makes their royalties, people get to do some art. I mean, it's all a win. We're not in this to become a Fortune 500, and it's not about us though. I mean, like Cheryl's art, some of our art is so amazing, and somebody might be like, I can't work on anything that big. Okay, you want us to render it smaller? We'll see how it looks, and if it doesn't look good, we're not going to tell you to do it. But this canvas right here is normally twice this size, and I ordered it in half the size, and I'm testing it by doing it myself to see if it's good and it looks good and the drills work out well on it before we sell it, because I have spinal issues. It's hard for me to work on big canvases and then they get heavy, and not everybody has all that space. So if you see something you like, especially of Cheryl's, but if you see something you like, some artists give us permission to play around with the sizing. For example, Hannah Lynn, there's not a lot we can do because we render it exactly the way she wants it, in the size, in shape that she wants it, and then we don't change it after that. But other artists, we have that opportunity, and especially if they're computer rendered. Cheryl's work is amazing computer rendered, and so we have more flexibility to make it in different dimensions or with different drills or whatever. So be creative. Never hurts to ask. The worst we can say is no.
I do prefer mine computer rendered because when a company before that I was with hand rendered my images, it kind of lost something, like shadowing and just little details that I'd put in, because I do think a lot about what the background's going to look like. Is there anything that you might look and go, oh, actually, look, I can see something else there? So I put a lot of thought into that. So when it was hand rendered, it lost that, because people wanted more color blocking, which I understand, but actually with Art and Soul, I say, no, can I just have mine computer rendered, because I just don't want to lose what I've done. And so computer rendered, I think, helps a little bit with that. It doesn't lose, obviously if you're going to go smaller, you're going to lose some of those little tiny details, but if you're going big, then you're going to get all the details that I've put into the artwork. So yeah, I mean, I prefer mine to be computer rendered, but I know other artists prefer theirs to be hand rendered.
Yeah, and the thing about when you render it down, sometimes if you shrink them, sometimes the images get muddy. So that's one of the things you have to consider. Like if you shrink down a Joe wall, you might get mud. So that's why it's as big as it is and confetti driven. But some images can easily be shrunk down if they're rendered correctly, like you said. And I love a complicated background, a subtly complicated background. I really like that because, oh, good, there's more confetti people. I know that. Yeah, so you don't like confetti. James doesn't like confetti as much. Color blocking
not too much. Don't mind a bit. If there's loads, I go, ooh.
So
I
I have
know.
to call out Diamond Nana right now. So I call her Danana because my name's also Melissa, so we get confused. We have begged her to become a mod on our Facebook group. So it's Melissa says, Melissa says, Melissa says. So it makes you think we're going crazy talking to ourselves. But so I call her Danana. But she's running our September event and she ran our August event. And she says disrespectful confetti. And I'm like, what makes confetti disrespectful? She's like, confetti that gets me frustrated to the point that I say disrespectful things. And I said, well, really everybody has their level of tolerance before it hits disrespectful confetti level. Like some people, they're not going to be upset unless it has like over 400 colors or something crazy like that. And
Oh
other people, if
no.
there's one dot that's a different color than the whole thing, they're pissed off because it's confetti. So everybody has that level. And
And sometimes you just fudge it. Sometimes you say, okay, what's the color right next to it? Thanks.
right?
I'm sorry, but if I'm not going to go unless I have them all kitted up the correct way, and I'm a klutz, okay? I'm a person that if I'm going to bump it and they're going to go, and I'm going to do 50 million pickup. I'm not doing that. I'm doing a few at a time, and if I miss it and I have to go back to the other thing, I am going to curse a little bit, or I'm going to say,
disrespectful confetti.
nope. Who's going to know if I put the wrong dot in there, as long as it's not black and a white space? Who's going to know? So I'm going to have a video coming out soon about the funny side of diamond painting, and that's part of it. Like, our confessions.
It's hilarious. And we will have people come in and be like,
I do love
it's crap
confetti.
unless it's hand rendered. And it's like, I'm sorry, that's not true. Some
And
art is
AI is
just
coming
the
up.
same.
That's different than computer rendering is different than AI. I'm sorry, I don't want to confuse the two.
Yeah,
So
computer rendering is just where the computer scans it in and automatically places the colors. And then you can have a hybrid where then a human looks at it and goes, these little things just aren't really that necessary, and can get rid of like just the dot here or there, things like that. I mean, if you have a color that has 3 drills on a 80 by 90 canvas, that's probably really not that necessary, right? To have that
yeah,
one color. But when you computer render, sometimes if it's a very complex image, it just gets kind of blurry
yes,
because the computer's not necessarily as good at making decisions.
yes,
So then you have the hybrid where the computer does it initially, but then a human cleans it up. And then you
yes,
have the full hand rendering where the computer never touches it. It's a person that goes square by square. That's why it's so expensive, because some of these canvases are huge. And when you think about how many squares that is, I couldn't do it. I could do a snack. I could do a snack, but it's like, oh, here's 100,000 squares that you have to pick a color for today. I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
exactly.
I'd love to know how they do it, but I don't think I'd have the patience for it.
Yeah. Start small. Is my
Yeah, so small is right. Okay, we're going to give away another thing. I'm going to give Cheryl another time on camera, and I want to ask them both about what's coming up. What's new coming up? Cheryl's eyes got a big and wide. I love that. Okay, so I want to give
Cheryl
away.
is shy. You want to
I
know
am
something
shy.
about Cheryl? She's really shy.
We're going to have you both back again sometime.
I'm not shy. There's no shy. But
And I
Cheryl's super shy.
And Carpe Diem, I am going to ask about your question, because that kind of ties into something in the future too that is possibly coming up. So anyway, let's give away Teresa's Look at Me DAC from DAC. And for some reason, I am hesitant to share the screen on that. That's a big, gorgeous flower. And it's beautiful. It is a 51 by 56. It was originally worth $50. It has 60 colors, 2 ABs and 2 fairy dust, a Diamond Art Club round. Okay, I'm going to give that one away. And if you happen to be from Europe, we will substitute the gift certificate from Amazon for that, because I'm not asking Teresa to send it to Belgium or Australia. But
Yeah, in
okay,
the UK, or especially with diamond painting, that would be expensive.
exactly. But I want
Especially the length of
Teresa's painting is gorgeous. So I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen, and let's go to the number picker. And let's see, I'm going to remove 23 because you already won one. Sorry, my love. So Teresa's Look at Me from Diamond Art Club is what we're going to spin for now. And at Tessa Thornton. Tessa Thornton. Now, let me see where Tessa comes from. Tessa, where do you come from, my love? Let me see. Tessa Thornton comes from, get this to work, Phoenix, Arizona. All right. So she is going to get that diamond painting. And I'm going to go back to StreamYard. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Stop screen. And let's see. I'm going to put this on here. At least, you know, I got to tell you, I had sent 2 of the prizes to the wrong people because their addresses were right next to it on this big chart that I have. And I'm like, so I had to say,
so easily
to
done.
the other person. And then I sent them a gift in, as you know, as a rose. Thank you for, I screwed up. Thank you. I sent them a nice little gift instead. But, you know, Teresa, you are on, my dear.
She is here.
Oh, you are here, my dear. We just gave away your wonderful painting. Thank you for donating that. It is a gorgeous painting. And congratulations to Tessa Thornton. Teresa, I will email you her address shortly after I'm done today. After this, I'm going to a friend's birthday party in another part of the state. So I'm going to be driving to an overnight birthday party after we're done this. But I will make sure that you have her address as soon as we are done. And we'll wait a little bit more time and give away my Chuck Pinson soon. Okay, so back with I wish I could put both Melissa and Cheryl up at the same time. It depends on who wants to share what, but what are you working on for new things? I know there was a question way up here. Are you ever thinking of doing anything like the cross stitch conversions, like a black and white canvas with that we can use our spares for, that type of thing? What are you working on for new? The only thing I have to say about that, I would love those things, but I would love the chart to be gray and white, not black and white, because sometimes if you do rounds especially, the black comes up in between them and it drives me nuts. You know, so, but anyway, I'm not saying that's one of your new things. I'm just saying that was a suggestion for a new thing to come. So I'm going to shut up now. And you're definitely calling a fire drill on the Chuck Pinson. What is that? What is a fire drill? You're working
Everybody
on
gets up and runs away from, so that'll just be her.
Oh, you uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I can answer that one. Yes. First of all, we are willing to print the canvases and then work with drill companies so that we can print the canvas for you and you can get the drills and do a cross stitch conversion. That's something that we're working on. One of the things is that if you give us the list of what you need, we can package those. We can have our manufacturer package those up so you could get it all together if you want. we can also do something which I don't know. I don't know what it would take and what it would cost, but we're also discussing with them some options of doing things where, like, you send the image, they make it, but then they hide the image and it's just the symbols on there. So you would
Like
do
a
it
mystery one.
like a mystery one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people don't like the colors behind them and it makes it harder for them to see and do. So, talking about that, um, one thing we are definitely in the works. They're actually working up some test pieces for us now. Is exactly what you said, almost like a coloring page, where we'd make like a snack size of an image, and we're actually talking to both Sherry Baldy and Hannah Lynn about taking like a piece or component. You is if it works out, right? But right now we're like, make a square. It doesn't. We're just seeing if it works right now, right? Um, but where then you could take your leftovers, or get nothing but specialty drills. I want it all metallic. Okay, that's you. You could do whatever
So
you want.
excited for this.
You do you.
But then we would release like a coloring page, like this is what it looks like, and here's the
You
list
choose
of how many of
colours.
each symbols there are. I wish I could share my screen. I'd show you something. So we're going to start releasing. If you've gotten one of our canvases before, it comes with an inventory sheet, and it tells you the DMC color and exactly how many of those drills, and then 25% more. So what you're getting in your package. But that inventory sheet is helpful because if you decide you want to swap out with some other specialty drill, you know exactly how many you need. And so we're going to start posting that with our renders so people can see ahead of time what colors it includes. And if they want to make that order, it can arrive and everything arrive about the same time. So we've thought about doing that with the coloring pages to say, like, here's a general palette or here's a general palette. So you can say, I want to do this in pinks and purples, or I want to do this in blues and greens, and just kind of then you choose where you want to put them and how you want to mix them up, or to just offer it as the coloring page, and then we could say how many squares there are overall, and you can decide to do whatever you want to. So we're working on that, and we were a little hesitant to say anything because every time we say we're going to do something new, it leaks out and then some other company does it, because Jessica works herself to death and I work all the time. So we only have so much time.
I don't know how on earth it was thingy, because like literally.
Yeah.
I hear that. Sometimes I say, oh, I'm going to try something new on my site, and I mention it a little bit, and then somebody else comes out with it. And I'm like, crap, I just didn't do it fast enough.
Right. Right. There's only so many hours in the day, but at the end of the day, it's not like the concept of a coloring page isn't new. So we're just applying it to diamond art. But we're going to try small. And honestly, one of my first ones I want to do is not just images, but like a small piece of word art, like make my name, and then I'm going to play around with backgrounds, or just make some stars and stuff like that around something like faith or believe or something, so that you can try that out as a coloring page concept and decide if it's for you. It's like mystery paintings. Generally speaking, people love them or hate them. You're going to want to do them a lot, or you try one and you're like, okay, this was great. So glad I spent that bunch of money on it, right? So I like to offer things in little snack sizes because they're inexpensive and it's small, and you can see if you like it. If you want to try crystals, try it on a snack. If you hate it, throw it away or give it to somebody. It's not like you just spent $1,000 on this canvas, but if you want to try it, try it. And sometimes we'll run sales like, all right, okay, right now, and I don't mean to advertise, I'm just sharing it. So sometimes we'll run a sale, like our current sale is buy 4, get 25% off. So it's, if you buy 4 or more, it's 25% off everything in your order, not just a seasonal, not just a single artist, not a whatever, because we have lots of artists and we really want to encourage people to try different artists, or try an image that you're really interested in, but you're not sure what kind of drills you want it in, or it's a good opportunity for people to try stuff when they can get it a little less expensive. So that's what I want to do. I am like the queen bee of the snack pieces. I'm always like, sure, I'll make us some snacks. Get some snacks. because when I got COVID and my brain was swelling and I lost a lot of my functionality, if you're DPing in bed, or you're shaky, or like you said, Wanda, I fling stuff everywhere. I'm just as likely to have as many or more drills on the floor around me as I am on anything that's actually sticky. So
Absolutely.
sometimes you want to work on something smaller, or you're traveling and you just want to take a little something to work on, and you don't want to pack your epic canvas that takes up half of a school bus in order to transport. So sometimes just having that little snack piece, or to be like, here, I'm going to bring this, and let's sit down and do it together, is like a family activity. You could do it with kids, whatever, because it's little, it's just something fun to do for a few hours. And so I am a big proponent of the snack sizes and the smalls. Another thing about snack sizes and smalls is that some of our artists who have beautiful portfolios, people are like, well, I've got these up. I can't put another big one up there, but you could do like just a little small image and use it like as a connector around. So anyway.
And these are some of the snack sizes. I hope that I'm sharing this. Oh, I love dumpster fire.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and I have to get the otter. My daughter's into otters. She is like so into otters. She's into sea turtles now too.
And I'll tell you, those are great to try all the different types of drills, so you can see which ones you really love the most. I tried art crystals on there first because I was like, some crystals are awful, and I don't want to do a huge something if I don't like them. And so I did some little small ones. And so, okay, I will also tell you, so these are some of Cheryl's right here that you're into now, the pop culture design ones. I am a crazy cat lady. Like if you could see, I like literally, I've got paw print pants on right now. I've got kitty paw socks on right now. I'm a crazy cat lady. So I'm always like, so what are you working on right now, Cheryl? Cats. If you're not sure what you want to work on, cats are good because, cats. And,
do you know the funny thing is, Melissa, that I am the one thing that I'm really scared of? Like, I've got real bad anxiety about cats. The one animal I don't like is cats in real life. It's their eyes, that's what it is. And so when you keep saying you like cats, and Gemma is the same. Gemma loves her cat.
You've got a cat
that like bombarded.
There's like a cat looking over your shoulder. I would recognize a cat hair anywhere, right? That's a cat. See? Right there.
No, honestly, cat knows. Not cat. Shez knows my obsession. Honestly, she even made me this one.
Does that look like your? Oh, does that look like your cat?
It
Gemma?
does. It looks like my cat.
You're tormenting me. That's what's happening.
She knows I've got issues.
You'll
She knows
notice.
I love my cats.
You'll notice.
They're my babies. I don't have children, so I have cats.
Right? Well, I have a stepson, and I still have
children.
I have nephews, and I can give them back.
I have an apartment that's too full of other stuff, so I can't. But I have grand cats and grand dogs and grand ferrets and grand rabbit and grand fish. so
we
I
are
go down
looking
and get my fuzzy fix from them.
The fuzzy fix. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. So some of the things that we do, like I mentioned before, is we like to give new and emerging artists a chance. And we're not huge. We're just a small business. But sometimes just being able to say, hey, look what I did. And look at it made into different types of products can really help somebody get going, right? It's just as important to us that we give people a chance and we help them build up their fan base than how many pieces we sell. It's not necessarily that. Like I said, as long as we don't go broke doing the renderings, we're good. Break even is what we're looking for the first few years of the business, right? Really build that. And that includes building artists. So we just released, okay, it's Irish. I do not know how to pronounce this. I do not know. Kaylee McGee? Kaylee? I don't know. She makes these cute little small pieces. Yes, McGee, and it's
McGee.
Keilea.
Kayla,
Kylie?
Kylie,
Kate.
Kylie. Her
Right?
last name is McGee. Her last name is McGee.
I can't talk properly half the time anyway, so.
Right? It's Artist McGee. There we go. Artist McGee. And who knows? I might even be pronouncing that wrong, right? So, anyway,
Keely.
sure.
Keely?
So, and a lot of things that we do online.
I'm terrible at
So we've
pronouncing
never
stuff.
heard necessarily their names pronounced. So it's like people will be like, "I'm doing an unboxing. How do you pronounce it?" Good luck. We don't know either. But long story short is, we're doing some of her little small images so that she can build her confidence up and really start emerging and growing as an artist. And I mean, like Cheryl was talking about how she got started. It's scary getting started, and it's confusing marketing your art. And sometimes you don't necessarily want to go with a ginormous company that has a contract that's like dissertation long, because you don't know what you're supposed to be looking at.
I have some Pennsylvania Dutch images. Like they come from like house blessings, like they call them hex signs. And I have some images that have like meanings behind them, and there's a variety of things, but they usually come in circles. But I'm really, really hesitant to start marketing anything like that because it's a heck of a learning curve, and I'm bound to screw it up and lose a whole lot of money that I don't have. So, and I'm still even learning the computer generating the art for it. So it's a whole big learning curve, but
it
I
is.
don't know, maybe one day I'll send them out, but
I told my husband, because like I said, we don't know how to do this. Service husband. But like I told him, people do entire careers for these things. We cannot expect that we're going to be an expert in everything. And sometimes we like try to find help, because if somebody did this and they're willing to just help out a little bit, we're like, we can pay you in diamond paintings. But some other things that we do. So that's an in the works sort of thing right now. And it's brand new because that really hasn't been done that way before. And it's also a question of how detailed do you want the coloring page to be? Because that really affects what drills you use and how big the image has to be. And so we're trying, like I said, just like make a box or something easy, I've seen where some people just print off the rendering on just like a sheet of paper and, just put some adhesive down there and just stick diamonds just so they can see what it looks like before putting it on a canvas. I'm like, no. If I'm going to put something down, I want it to be on a canvas. No paper. But so that's one thing. We have some really exciting new artists coming. And we've announced one already in the Facebook group. We have signed Ann Stokes. So if you're into fantasy art, that's coming. Now, her images are very detailed, so they will be large canvases. But that's one of the things we do. When we signed Becca Tyndall, she has a right of first refusal contract with DAC currently. So she shares any of her art with them. They have right of first refusal. Anything that they refuse can be licensed anywhere else. So she's lucky that way because she can still market pieces that they won't produce. But one of the things that DAC won't produce is round pieces. They released one round piece, and so many people complained about the color blocking to make it square because you don't print round canvases. And it's like, you can trim canvases. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to.
Yeah, I have some black and white and other colors. You can paint them. Artist stretched canvases that are round. And
so DAC won't print any round images again. So they don't. she has to submit them, for example, so that they can say, yes, it's round. No, thank you. So some things she finds out immediately. So we have quite a few pieces,
I see.
but similarly, because of the concerns of packaging and shipping and weight and all of that, some companies won't render past a certain size because it's just, it doesn't fit their boxes. It's really a lot to think about. And so we said that we would do it, but that we need to sell at least a certain number because otherwise it's just too much for our manufacturer to do a 130 by 130 and try to figure out the packaging.
I'll give it a go.
Right. So we got that done, and we just released one of her big ones. So I'll show you the one coming out next week because I have it printed already. So
Okay, wait a minute. Let me get you up. I want to get you the
Yeah,
full,
big.
full big because I want to see you here. I want to see
I want to
this.
see this.
So here's an example of our inventory sheet. So you can see the picture, the artist information, and whether it's round or square, the number of centimeters. And we have fixed this.
And they have the sticker inside too.
Correct.
They have the
And,
sticker sheet inside too.
Then there's your sleeve of drills, which are in Ziploc baggies.
Yep. And you can see that in my latest video that I put up this morning when I opened my Groovy Girl.
And there's the sticker sheet.
Yeah.
I love the sticker sheet.
I love the sticker sheet too, right? Okay. So,
I do love the sticker
and then
sheet.
your toolkit. Sorry. So literally so many people were crying and screaming and throwing fits. I mean, y'all don't know. I mean, I have cried to Cheryl so many times, losing my brain because it's like people are awful. I mean, they are cussing Jessica out, and I mean, it's insane. So finally, we said, okay, we've done what we need to do with
the diamond painting,
right? And you know, Danana's been awful. Awful patient with us while we figured this out because it's like, people. She's like, people are losing their minds. Just don't let them get to you. So people have been really supportive
crazy after Hannah Lynn.
But right. But especially when I found out that Jessica was making all of the cover binders to put in the little baggies and then hand making the baggies herself. So we switched back to manufacturer. They've improved their packaging. They've figured out how to reinforce big boxes that are heavy so they don't bend and cause damage in the middle. And now people are like, well, I don't get any goodies. It's like,
you were promised goodies. These are a gift. Say thank you and move on.
It's just like everyone's
just be like the UK guys and just it's going to be the same as them.
You know, seriously. And then this, we actually love people asking us like, hey, can you do this? But when we're like, yeah, we just can't. It's not because we want to be mean. It's because it's just not realistic, right? People are like, well, you should offer two kinds of shipping: the people that want the extras and the people that don't. Or not. You could just buy a cover binder off the website, and we'll just ship you that.
Exactly.
But there comes a point, and it's like, come on, people. You know, we're not trying to get rich here, but we also have lives.
Yeah.
You know, we'd like to do something other than package for the rest of our life. Yeah. So anyway, okay, sorry. You can tell I get hysterical because I'm like, you wouldn't believe it. I never would have believed people would act this way. And it's like, we don't have FOMO. You can order next week. You can order tomorrow. You can order 5 minutes from now. It's fine. Y'all don't need to have like a Black Friday killing each other in the lines sort of thing here. You know, just go with it. Y'all need to paint more and calm down.
Yeah.
So, okay. So here is one.
That's pretty.
That's so cool.
This is Mr. Turtle.
That's so pretty.
That's so cool.
So
I love the colours.
Yeah, I did too. A little close, Melissa.
Sorry.
Back a little bit. A little bit more.
Cross-eyed.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
There you go.
So
But that's why I'm getting closer to the screen to see.
Yeah, and it's
So
beautiful.
That's so
The colors are
pretty.
so vivid. I like
I
that.
don't have any of yours right now, Cheryl. I show yours, but this is just what I had. And in August, because we'd had some delays in shipping, so that people could participate in the event, I literally went through all of mine and sold them to people so that they could, at scratch and dent prices, so they could just participate in the event and have something to work on while they were waiting for theirs. So I have like two left in my house. Wanda, you were like, you can show us something. I'm like, or not.
Or not.
Okay,
I wanted to give you the option, but I didn't want to. I didn't want, in case the policy is no, I would be fine with that too. We just want you on. So,
and like we make the policy, so sure. Now, if it was an unreleased image or something like that, I wouldn't show that ahead of time because that's really an exciting thing for the
yes,
artist. But
yes.
Mr. Turtle has been released by her quite some time ago. It just hasn't been made into a diamond painting yet. So I can release that, and I can share Mr. Turtle. But yeah, so what's really funny about that is that I don't have any of our branded boxes because I tell him not to bother sending them to me. That's just more trees. And I know what our boxes look like. So it's really okay. So that way they can just send me samples to look at, check everything. But I don't worry about getting the outer boxes. So when I was like, okay, I'll destash to you all so you all can participate in the event while you're waiting on your canvases, because we're really, really sorry about the delay. I mean, this is the extent we went to. Like, here, I'll share mine with you. So I don't have any boxes. So my husband went and got big sheets of cardboard and handmade like every box. He like cut them out with a knife and like taped it together and made custom boxes to fit like every single thing. And I know that Nana got one, and I was just like, just don't look at the boxes. This is not representative of our packaging. But he did, and he created and sent out like 30 canvases to people so that they'd have something
Wow.
to work on.
I am
And
so glad that you had that plastic bag over the entire diamond painting, because I know your box was in a box, but it was left on my doorstep. Nobody told me it was delivered. It rained like crazy. The outside boxes were soaking wet. And I'm like, because delivery people are stupid.
tell us how you really feel, Wanda.
I'm deeply grateful. I'm deeply grateful that they deliver. It's nice when they deliver to the correct house, and
That
it's
helps.
nice when they tell me, the company tells me via email that, hey, it's at your door, thank you, if it's raining anyway. So I don't expect to be sealed in plastic or anything like that, but I am so glad that the diamond painting itself is covered in plastic, because thank you, it saved that. What is the DP on Melissa's board behind her? She'd mentioned that a second ago. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is, whatever. I'm not so good at the repacking thing. That's the service husband task. My job is to tear things open and do things. He can pack. This piece
This is
is,
a cool tiger with a guitar. Isn't that neat?
so this is called, sorry, the window glare. I just picked up my light board because it's easier. I was going to take it off so that I could show it to y'all, but
No, that's okay.
so this is Jamming Tiger by Mariella Rinaldi. And this is just one of her pieces. Like I said, they're normally bigger than that, but I wanted to try them in a smaller size for people that don't necessarily have a huge amount of space. So this one is 40 by 55. And I have to do math. No, 54. Because it used to be that our manufacturers printed the whole size of the canvas, not just the size of the image. So up until a month ago, everything was -5 for the size of the actual image. And for some reason, they don't round well. So if it's like 52 and a half, they just pick a number. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So we're working with them. Right? But we no longer do the full size of the whole canvas. We just do the image now.
Okay.
But this is a smaller one for me to test and see if it's okay in a smaller size. Rinaldi's are pretty cool. It's very similar to some of the smalls and snacks we showed you of Cheryl's when you scrolled through earlier, because it's that pop art style. So you have color blocking and fine details that are confetti. So like this one's pretty cool because the vast majority of it is color blocking, but like there's these details like here in the guitar that's multi-colored.
Shades of color.
So
I like that.
So you get confetti there, but that's because that's what the detail is. It's meant to look that way.
Yeah.
So
And it's not too heavy confetti for people who don't like confetti.
exactly.
I thoroughly enjoyed my one of hers. I did.
Yeah. And depending on which one you pick, some of them have more details or less details. So, there's a good blend, and these are 100% computer rendered because of this art style. It already defines itself.
Yes.
There's no need to spend a whole lot more money, which then we have to charge more money so that we at least break even, like I said. And, it needs to be hand rendered. We'll hand render it. Previously, we couldn't necessarily because we were starting out. We couldn't afford to hand render. But now we're hand rendering if it needs to be hand rendered. And if we have to hold it a little bit to release it until we can afford to, then we will. But
and really, sometimes you just need the extra hand rendering if there's a stray color somewhere that flew into, a black and the purple or something like that.
Right?
That drives me absolutely nuts when you get budget paintings and they don't do that out.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just throw it in a cup and pour it over your canvas.
Exactly.
It's like colors everywhere. So here's another thing that I do. Anyway, this was from our You Matter event, which was our suicide prevention. We held it during Mental Health Awareness Month in May.
And when is that? In May?
Yep, because September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and I work like 24 hours a day.
Yeah, you can't possibly. Yes.
And Jessica does a lot of things for herself during Suicide Prevention Month and Suicide Awareness Month. So for her own wellness. So we didn't want to be trying to cram in event stuff at that time. So we held it in May. And so we did little things. All right. We do our drills in baggies. Okay. Take one up here.
Yay.
Baggies. Right?
Yes.
So we have the bigger stick. Hello, focus. All right, you get the idea, I think. Okay.
I just would love the symbol a little bit bigger. I'm always asking for symbols, and I love the symbol and the DMC codes to be a little bit bigger. I don't need any of the rest of it on there, but that's what I usually go by. But that's just me.
So people kit up in different ways, right? You use different containers. You don't use containers. Some people do it by symbol. Some people do it by batches of color. Some people do it by DMC. So for images that are less than 100 colors, this is what I do. My stepson is an engineer, and I had him make me a box with movable and removable sections.
That's clever.
Okay. So I literally just open the kit. I put the sticker on the baggie and I put them in order. And then I open the baggie and I put it in my container and I pour it right back in. And
that's one of the things that Nix's travel trailers are for too, by the way.
Right. And
by the way,
then I just go over to my shoebox style storage and they're already by DMC and I just drop them right in, off we go. It makes my kit up and kit down like 5 minutes.
Super easy. Yeah.
So do you have to do this? No, I used a shoebox before, right? Because I never did DPs out of baggies before. And I was like, there's got to be a better way.
It's super easy.
And then I was like, well, I could open them up and pour them in. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous. Why would I do that? So I have found this way and it works beautifully. And I divide it up by sections of 20, 25, just depending on how many drills are in that section and how big the baggies are or whatnot. And it's easy. And
I like the art dot cylinders too, the little round things,
I use
because I
those
love to see the color. I'm a color person, so I
when
love to see. I have the 4 drawer chest, and I sometimes pull out a drawer, and I can kit up everything in one drawer in those little round bottles,
Mhm.
and have then I can stick my pen in between the bottles, and it sticks up, and I can stick all my extra stuff
Mhm.
in there too, because I always have a pen, a stick for my gems and a pen for my regulars and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's all different ways to kit up.
So here's my fancy dancy
Pens.
pen holder.
They have some pens. They even have a pen with the frog on their site, Art and Soul Diamonds.
and
They have the
and
accessory
my
area.
washi.
Kitty
So I told
washi.
you I'm a crazy cat lady. So anyway, one thing that I found when I was in bed is that I didn't have my normal setup here. You know,
Uh-huh.
I didn't have my big desk. So what I found is that the lids off of the trays that we do in our event boxes fit in perfectly as a holder in between, so you know exactly where to put your baggie back. That was good. The next thing is,
Is he
okay,
3D rendering those boxes, by the way?
not anymore.
Not
The boy got a promotion at work. We call him the boy, service husband, the boy, the wife. You know,
anymore.
there's only one of us. You know, each year. It's now a storage section. So what I did
Exactly.
is I worked on snacks. It didn't require every section. So then
Yes.
I put my tray, my pens, my scissors, my washi, my putty or wax in there, and there you go. You know,
Yeah.
now I don't sell these. The boy makes me what I want and what I need when I beg hard enough. But at the end of the day, that's what I do. And it's not for everybody. It's just like not everybody loves color blocking, not everybody loves confetti. And
Right.
that's why we sell a huge variety. And, you know, we're also starting to list both computer renders and hand renders, because even when the hand rendering is available, sometimes people are like, no, I'd rather have the extra depth and detail.
Oh wow.
So, you know, if we have both, might as well offer them, you know. So that's that. And that's a few things that are about us and some fun things coming up. And um, we're working diligently on a few artists right now that we have received confirmation. So I will just say we are in discussions because we don't have the final images selected yet and all. So we are in discussions with Amy Brown and getting more Gina Pikes and also some other artists. So,
I can't wait. I can't wait.
and you know, that benefits everyone, right?
Yes.
Because the thing about it is people may come, the Hannah Lynn fans may come to buy a Hannah Lynn, but then they'll be like, oh, this is cool, and pick up another one from a different artist. So every artist is helping each other, whether they intend to or not.
Yes. Yes. I agree.
So
And I think the more we can help other small companies, and other YouTubers, and that's originally why I got together with Gems and Zara. I said, because if the three of us together make a bigger unit and we can do more things together than just one of us has time for alone, on our own.
and we've piloted doing like listing prints.
Yeah,
So we piloted it with Reagan because she already does that. And all it is advertising because she does that on her own and fulfills them and ships them and all of that. Um, you know, we've done a couple things just trying it out with Cheryl to see what works. And it is a process because if you live in a different country and there's, you know, different money charges or you have to I mean it gets complicated, but we're trying to work it out so that we can list some pins from some small shops, and all it is advertising what they're developing. We don't tell them do this, do this. They're like, I have these, and we're like, here's the listings, you know, and then we tell them. So we're trying some different things because as we're growing, we want to help other people grow too. You want a print of Cheryl's work? Love this. don't want to put that many 310s down. Just not gonna, right? But you can still love her art and either click a link and go and order a print directly from her, or, we can see about putting an ad there so it's one-stop shop. That's the sort of thing that we're working on, coming up with in the future,
Cool.
because, we want our artists to thrive.
Yeah.
Everything in the world is not a diamond painting, and we know that. And
It's not.
not everyone can live off of just what they make from royalties from their diamond painting sales. So we need our artists to thrive. And if that means helping promote their businesses, and, we're happy to do that.
Before I put Cheryl on again and ask her what she's doing right now in her artwork, I want to give away the Chuck Pinson. Before I do, since Diamond and Thoughts jumped in, I wanted to go over again a couple things that we are. I will be on Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday night, as like a wrap up type thing. I will not be on September 10th because I'm encouraging everybody to watch the debates if you are in the US. Now, if I survive that, because my husband and I are on opposite sides of the fence and we're going to watch the debate together. If I survive that, December 17th, we are going to have a guest, our Joy Putties. Joyce Putties is going to be on again as our special guest. And believe me, both Cheryl and Melissa, and hopefully Jessica at some time in the future, Martinsville Diamonds, will be guests on our show again. Absolutely. Our first member Zoom, if you're a member and you have that circular thingy, the little S in the circle, a YouTube membership, our first member Zoom will be Saturday, this next Saturday from 9 to 12 on September 7th. Okay? That'll be, and I want to see you guys. You guys are buying memberships and I want to see you guys. When we get to 10 members, and I'm going to have a Patreon soon, so it'll be the same. But when we get to 10 paid members, I'll start giving away one of my random diamond paintings a month. It probably won't be a Diamond Art Club or a Dreamer Design. Yep, you can watch the replay. But I have lots and lots and lots of other ones. No Diamond Nana. There's no there's no bomb threat. Everybody wants them to leave so Tammy can win the Chuck Pinson, which I'm giving away in a second. No, but if you join YouTube, you see the little subscribe thing. You're subscribed. So if there's a little join thing, and there are 2 levels to join, there's a Crafty Diva at $2 a month, and you get, Tammy's laughing, loyalty badges, emojis are coming, and member shout outs at the end of each video, including the one I just put up last night. All my new members are listed at the end, right before my outro, and who now are members of, including Zara and Gemma, are at the end of there. So I'm like super psyched. Thank you. You don't earn much from the AdSense, really. You don't. It's like, I don't know. I think with my views, I get like, I don't know, $100 every 3 or 4 months, which is nothing. But I want to be able to build up the postage so that I can send you some of my extra diamond paintings. And I want to be, for every 10 new members, I'll have another giveaway. So it's 1 a month for 10, 2 a month for 20, 3 a month for 30, and yada, yada, yada. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just, maybe next month. And I want to get to the point where I can give out some free, YouTube creators are allowed to give away 10 a month, 10 subscriptions a month. So when we get to that point, I'll start giving away subscriptions too, although they won't be added into the giveaways. Anyway, the members only Zoom room, which is going to be at least once a month, more if if possible, because the other 2 Saturday mornings I'm on with Australia for a Bible study. So, okay. Monthly e-news and tip clips, that's coming. That's coming. And a unique birthday card. Yes, if I know your birthday, you fill out your Google Doc, so I have your birthday, your month and day, you will get a unique birthday card from me and a percentage off of my Etsy shop, and I'll give you a special code for that. The Sparkle Diva is $4.99 a month. I actually send you a birthday gift, a nice gift on your birthday, and you get more off of my Etsy shop. You get everything before. I'm going to try to come up with a diva right in the middle of it all, so that you have a third one in there. And pretty soon, our Crafty Gal logo, she's going to be on merch. So I'm going to have merch with our fun Crafty Gal. So there's more to look forward to. Don't forget to hit the likes in when you're in and out of whether you're looking for at a replay, or with whether you're in and out of live. Please hit the thing. That really helps. And there are some D-stash paintings on Facebook group. A reasonable negotiating price plus 15 plus $15 in postage. Boo gems. Wait a minute. Something's going on in chat here. We got a boo gems going on. Yeah, I do have an Etsy shop. I have a lot of D-stash on there. I also have a few cover minders, but there's new stuff coming up. I'm not going to tell you what the new stuff is, except that I can show you. I'm doing stuff with my spares, and I'm going to put that up there. These are from Paint Gems, and I made them into trays. I'm going to sell 2 at a time. The mandalas and the drinks. So, yes, Gail, today is your birthday. Happy birthday, Gail. And
happy birthday. All
yes.
together now. Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday
tomato
to you.
and stew.
Happy birthday, dear Gail. Happy birthday to you. And a spares idea. Oh yeah, here's one.
So does that mean she automatically gets the pension? Says it's her birthday?
No, she's automatically the pension. But I will send her, depending whether she's a crafty or a sparkle, I'll send her a card or a. These are the bigger trays. I'm doing smaller, or I'm trying to do something with my diamond paintings that do not include framing them. So I got these trays are from Michael's, and I painted them white like I did the ones from the dollar store. And I'm going to put layers of resin on top of the littler ones too. I'm going to put an outline of gems around the outside. I might do all kinds of fun things around the outside to zhuzh them up a bit. And this is my Christmas tray. So I'm just going to cover these in my thick polyacrylic. I'm not going to resin them because they're all the same level now. So, and I'm cheap and lazy. So they're for me. The big ones are for me, and they're from my own diamond paintings. You cut them. Like Teresa says, don't be afraid to cut your diamond paintings, even if you've gone around the outside of them. I could get a piece of plexiglass, but that's getting into more money. Another recent project I finished was from Tamu, a set of 4 placemats in crystal. So now I have 2 3-tiered trays in the crystal. I have obviously coasters. Who hasn't done coasters, right? And I have a napkin holder that I've done, and now I have placemats, and I have a set of 3 trivets. So now I can have a whole place setting in diamond painting in crystals. So I just wanted to show everybody some things you can do with your paint gems that do not include getting little frames and putting them on a wall. So
Wanda, that's amazing. And thinking about those little trays, I may have to talk to you because one of the other things that we're working on, and I'm not trying to hijack this, I'm really not. It's just you sparked my brain there. It doesn't take much to spark my brain. Rabbit holes abound in my world. Hello, ADD.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Like I was saying, part of what we do with this is, promoting and helping young artists, but we also really care about people. And, I've given a few examples, but one of the things that I do, we reinvest everything back in the company right now. We don't take any income, no salary, nothing. But what I do from my teaching work, now that the boy has made it through school and I am no longer hemorrhaging money for tuition, I take the same amount of money and I work with cancer centers around the country and provide them boxes of keychains, stickers, coasters, and little trays that they can have them within, so that while people are getting their chemo, they can just have a little tray and work on a little sticker and give it to their kid when they get home or whatever.
Nice.
So we actually got lots of accessories, like almost $10,000 worth of accessories that I've donated to that. And so we just send them in boxes, and then they can get out a little packet. People can pick what they want to work on. And then the little trays got me thinking, because if somebody wants to make one but not necessarily take it home, we could be like, oh, you can put this on the little tray itself. Yeah. And so I'm going to talk about that. But
and the art dot, I'm just thinking now, the art dot freestyle stickers, you can put a couple of them in the bottom of a tray like that. Mm-hmm. You just have to paint and sand them and then repaint them.
Yeah.
And then give it a good coat afterward. If you can't if you can't afford paint gems, what you can do is Temu has their own sets now. I know the other companies, shall remain nameless at the moment, are making smaller ones. Hello, Ruba.
You can get the little snack pieces.
Yeah, you can get the snack paintings from Art and Soul Diamonds, and you can get some groups of them from Temu. And I think Michael's just had something that had several butterflies or several birds in a pack. Well, it depends. It depends. There's many different companies you can buy them from, so it all depends on the size, on the type you get, and all that kind of stuff.
It's just really amazing. It's just really amazing what you can do, and how much these different little pieces of diamond art, whether it's a sticker, a coaster, or a ginormous painting the size of your house,
And if you want to know what to do with your spares, go to Gemma's site. She's got a ton of ideas for spares, and she's got a Facebook group on using spares. And I'm telling you, how to stick square diamond painting. They have double-sided tape or like a poured glue on top of the picture that you stick. If you've never done a diamond painting before, go into any of the other YouTubes in my website, or Zara's YouTube site, or Gemma's YouTube site, and there's basics, how to do basics. Or just do diamond. Look, she's doing a mug now with gems on it. She's done piggy banks. I've done candles. I've done candles. I've done shoes, T-shirts, hats. They're all kind of floating around there.
Just showing. I'll just show the things that are handy.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
That's so cool.
I got to show.
Just showing the things that are handy to me. And the chest of drawers behind me, I did.
Yes.
That's so cool.
She did a chest. She did a big outside round table, like a table for an umbrella.
And high street cats.
Yes, she has done both cabinets there.
Wow.
A curtain of beads. She taught me how to make the beads.
I gifted the bead curtain to a friend.
I'm doing beads from pink pens, and I'm going to do one of them. She's done plant holders. That is cool. I haven't seen that one yet.
That is so cool.
I did that ages ago.
I didn't see that one yet. I'm behind on my
watch. I did that ages ago.
I want to quit work so I can just watch diamond painting channels all day.
Honestly, it just shows how many diamond paintings I've done.
Yep, on woodcuts.
That is
You
awesome.
buy woodcuts and yep.
That's why I suggested about the colouring page thing, because I've got so many spares.
Well, I
did
know
a
who I'm sending my
Christmas tree.
spares to now.
Send 'em.
She did a
I struggle for
Christmas
round
tree.
drills, honestly. I have thousands of square, but I struggle because I don't do round drill kits. So I have friends send me their round drills to keep me going. And I've got nothing. I struggle with what to do with square drills. Hence why I was like, please, can you do something like this so I can use my spare drills?
That's awesome.
She made a Christmas
I've even,
tree.
for my friend, I decorated a can of Monster.
So I've got to tell this. Out of a traffic cone, a big orange traffic cone, the green,
Stay there.
the green stays. Okay, all right. She's done Christmas decorations.
Right,
She
I need to fix it.
done a waterfall. She made a water fountain out of tray.
I need to fix it because I fell into it, but I made a Christmas tree out of green trays.
Yep, we're all going.
A traffic cone. But when it was done, it looked so cool.
Talk about creative spares. Gemma's
It is bloody heavy.
It's this project that I found. Gemma. How I found Gemma. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. Nobody's going to make. This is awesome. So
when I say, so I have spares ideas. I mean, I have spares ideas. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Yeah,
I sent
a ton.
Gemma a skull. It was a few months ago.
Did
now,
for your son, didn't
yeah, because my son said he was trans, and I wanted something to show him that I was supportive without being, pushing or anything. And so I sent Gemma a skull, and I think we did it in pink and blue beads, which is the flag of trans people.
Pink, white, and blue, wasn't it?
Yeah, pink, white, and blue. And so she covered this skull in pink, white, and blue drills, and then I gave it to my son for his birthday. It was just amazing, just so clever the way you did it. Just amazing. Just in like little crevices on a skull. I mean, it's like
it was hard work. That skull.
You did really well.
It came out so awesome.
That is so
cool. Yes, Tammy, that's what we call patience and focus. Absolutely.
Thank you.
She's gonna do the Lucy next.
my husband. That's a good idea, actually. The top. Thanks for the idea. That will be coming up. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. I love that idea. I'm bloody going to do that. Seriously.
She also said, I'm going to diamond paint my husband if he doesn't move off.
Right, Shez knows me very well, don't you, Shez? And I'm going to do. And she knows I will do that. My husband says he can't sit still for too long because I'll diamond paint him.
I'm going to diamond paint my articulated dragon next. I can take it to school as my pet, my fidget pet. So I'm going to articulate that next.
Did you see that Carissa just released a little articulated hippo last night?
No.
And you've got to have a hippopotamus for Christmas. So just think what you can diamond paint it as.
Oh my God. And there's more space to do that than on this little. Okay, let me give something away. Let me give away that people are waiting for. I know I love this. You guys are awesome. I just absolutely adore you. We're gonna have to do this much more often. All right, so okay, the Chuck Pinson. If you live in the US, you get the Chuck Pinson. If you live anywhere else, you get the $60 gift certificate from Amazon. So let me share my screen and give this one away. Present, share screen, number wheel, share. That was the last one. I'm going to remove the choice because, okay, are we ready? Here we go.
She's removing to prevent jammy dodgers.
Are we back to 5 again? I knew it. Oh. Okay. That's okay. 5 normally seems to win a lot.
So it normally changes, don't it?
Did
Who it
Gemma?
is.
It's yeah, 5 does change. The person who is 5 changes. Gemma Smith. Diamond Gemma, I think.
Is that Gems Divine?
Yeah, Gems Divine. Gems Divine.
She's another Brit, isn't she?
Is she? Oh my God, it's me. Yes, it is.
Brit.
Are you a
I think
wait.
she's.
I think
Gems Divine says she's another Brit.
I hope so. Let's see. Gems Divine. That's my other Gemma. It's my Gemma. Where are you, baby? Oh, good grief. Where are you, honey? Now I know you're on here, for Pete's sake.
Oh no, she's in the US. There's someone else I'm thinking of. Then
okay,
is in
There you are, Maria.
Maine.
It's Maria Hoffman.
Oh.
And she is in Maine. She's in Maine. So you get, let's see, Gems Divine. I'm going to put that
Yay.
Okay.
You know, it just makes you feel good to win stuff.
Oh my gosh. I love giving stuff away.
You know,
I love giving crap away.
Jessica has to put like a muzzle on me because I'm like, you want stuff? Here you go. She's like, wait a minute.
And I'm going to give away, while we're still doing it, I'm going to give away from Fan Cells. It's an Aurora. It's square. It's 50 by 40. I'll show it to you. And am I on the full screen? I don't know. I'm looking at the YouTube giveaway. I'm going to say pound Saturday. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen on the, okay, wait a minute. I got to hide current comment. And yes, Sea Breeze Path. It is this one by Chuck Pinson. I have it right next to me. It's waiting to go. And I got to tell you, these things are $13, $14 to mail, depending on where you're from. So, and Gems joined us as a new member on Tuesday night. So that's awesome. This is the Aurora from Fan Cells. It's a square. It is, how many colors? I didn't write that down. 22 colors. And the canvas is really nice. There's no wrinkles or lines or something in it. And I don't mind them. I just have too many. I have too many. So, only membership you've ever gotten on YouTube. Thank you, Gems. You're awesome. I will also, whoever wins this, I will also send some of Crashly's my favorite things, you know, whatever they're called, the release papers. Thank you. So I'll send you a few of them and the little goodie kit. So I'm going to spin for that. And what I want you to do is right now, if you're present, this is only since you're here, I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to do the giveaway tool, pound Saturday. That's what I want you to put in your stream, pound Saturday. If you are interested in winning the Fan Cells Aurora Borealis picture. Now, that doesn't mean they have Aurora Borealis drills, but I'm sure lots of you have squares that you can replace. What I want to do often, yeah, for every 10 members, and now we have 8, so I only need 2 more brand new YouTube members, and I can start giving one a month away for my Tuesday nights. But since today is Saturday, Pound Saturday today, and I'll close it in a second. While we're waiting, we were just talking about Gemma's projects. Gemma's, what are you working on now for
I'm just working on a kit from a company that she has asked me to review for her. So yeah, I'm nearly finished that, and then I'm planning on doing another spares project after, because I haven't done one in ages, and it's something a bit different next time from a spares project.
Lucy, that's what you're going to do.
Well, yeah, I've got to get that, but I've already got the thing I want to do next. I could give you a hint, because it's something actually really random again.
Tammy's doing something goofy.
A
She
walking stick.
said, "What is a Chuck Pension?" Chuck Pinson. You're doing
I
a
thought-
cane?
Yeah, I'm going to do a cane.
Did you do that to my cane? That's an awesome idea.
Yeah, and it's one of those folding ones. I got on Temu. What you can't get on Temu is unbelievable. So
I know, right?
yeah, I'm going to decorate a walking stick. I haven't decided what patterns yet. I was thinking about trying to do like little paw prints all over it, and then gifting it to the cat rescue to auction off.
Oh, lovely.
That's nice.
Because
That's a
I
great
end up
idea.
keeping so much of this, and I thought, do you know what? Try and think of things that can be used from other places. So that's my next idea.
And that's what I love about Gemma
So, yeah.
too. Her stuff, when she does stuff, she gives it to places to auction off for their charity auctions. I absolutely love that about her. I love people
That's
who
what
are
I did
charitable.
with the Throwaway by Tandall, because it's like a poor little raggedy little kitty. I donated that one to the local itty
Aw.
bitty kitty rescue, and they do neonates. So love doing that. That's awesome.
I'm always
That's
trying
what
to
a
help
lot
my
of the
cat
cancer
local cat
patients
rescue.
do. The chemotherapy patients do when they finish their things. If they don't necessarily want them, they donate them, and the church does it as part of their fundraising.
Right. Right. My mother-in-law used to be, well, before she passed, she used to be a watercolor artist, and she would donate one to the church auction every year. And Nana, as long as you don't bling the part that goes underneath your arm, you're fine. Crutches.
You know, you have loads of little indents or loads of little scratches. I might get a bit sore.
Right.
Now, let's all send out a good wish for Nana right now to not break anything else. No breaking.
Oh, bless you.
Bling anything you want. Just don't break. Don't break.
Don't break stuff. Okay, everybody in. We have 11 entries. And we are going to spin for the Aurora Fonsals. Dawn P! Hey!
Well done.
Congrats, Dawn P. Congrats. And, okay, so I'm going to put the Aurora goes to Dawn P.
So, Cheryl, you have to start making us some snack size coloring pages.
Yeah. Or your boot. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Cat theme, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
dog. I love my dogs.
I do too.
Oh, crap.
have
I'd
to say
love to have
this.
a...
I have to say this. I had no idea how freaking hard it was to find images of dogs that artists will license.
Really?
Really?
There are like 1 million cats for every one dog image. And part of it is that while there are many, many, many breeds of cats, there are not many diamond painters that want a specific breed of cat. So every once in a while you'll find something, but you can put domestic short hair. It's really color patterns that people want more than, there are some, like Peggy Collins will do specific breeds of cats, but really usually it's just cat,
Yeah.
but short hair cat or long hair cat. That's about it. But dogs,
There's so many
a
breeds.
Chihuahua looks so different than a Husky. You can't really fake. Oh, that looks like mine. No, it
Or
just
a
really
pit
doesn't.
bull, or American bulldog, and an English bulldog, or a
Or
pug,
my beagle. Or my
a
beagle.
labradoodle, and then you cross breeds, and then it's just
That's called a mutt. It doesn't
Yeah,
actually
it's a mutt.
matter what amount of doodle,
Yeah.
whatever. It's a noodles
Yeah,
of noodles
it's
dog.
a mutt. But now people pay thousands for it.
Yeah.
But back in the day, they couldn't give them away.
And what's so horrible right now is that shelters are packed crammed full.
Oh, yeah.
Sanctuaries,
Oh,
rescues
yes.
are just crammed full. So all of these
Hang on
designer
just a second.
dogs.
Hold that thought. Marissa,
there.
I want you to come on, if you have some time, I want you to come on Zoom as a special guest, our first Zoom on, let's see, September 7th, if you're around that Saturday morning. I hope you're still on. I'll email you if you're not. I'm going to be on 9 to 12 next week, Saturday morning. I'm hoping you can, because we're going to get into some topics that you know a lot about, that I know something about, that I just want a good, well-rounded discussion, and I think you would really, really add to that. So if anybody wants to be around spilling the tea, I'm going to do a Zoom thing, become a member. I'm going to give them a code out to Tammy and Gemma and Zara and Marissa and all our members, the paid subscribers, to come into the Zoom room on Saturday morning, September the 7th. So, okay, I'll email you. Gotcha. Have a great day. Thank you, Marissa. You're welcome, Dawn. So yeah, I just think it would be a great, an even better discussion if Marissa could join us then. I'm sorry, Melissa, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Can continue on the dog
Lordy,
topic.
Wanda, you've got to interrupt me, or I will just talk at you forever. So,
Oh, you're a Nick's like too.
right?
You like Nick's, right?
But no, I was just saying, it's amazing how hard it is, because I was trying to find, Jessica and I were trying to find dogs as well, because that way people could do things. You could donate to the shelter, you could raise awareness, et cetera, et cetera. But it's really hard. It's really hard to find images of dogs. And, if you do a German Shepherd, people that have a poodle are like, no, not for me. But if you just put up a long-haired or short-haired cat people will still want them. So it's really hard to do dogs.
I adore dogs, and I love the ones that have
the
like
dog artists.
I'll
Carol, how
try.
do you feel about dogs?
I'll try. I'll send them your way if you want. Let me see. Let's see. I just want to make a note.
I think the problem with
write it down.
artists that do pets, sometimes it's because like what you're saying with like the cats and dogs thing, is that the dog artists that do dogs do them as customs for the owner, drawings of them. So then it's not it's not their picture then to be able to license to a company or something like that, because it's already something that a customer's ordered on their particular family pet. So I think that sometimes hinders it a little bit.
See, the
Cheryl,
voice
what are
of
you
logic,
working on?
right? That's awesome.
What are you working on new, Cheryl? Are you going in any different direction?
Cats.
Are you?
She's working on cats.
Not cats.
Not doing cats.
I was trying to do the Jewish
Are you doing any dogs?
Dogs?
Go ahead.
No, dogs either. I was trying to do the Jewish pigs.
Pigs are cute.
I've had so much feedback about the Jewish picture that I did, but I think I'm going to have to start again. Oh no, look, it's coming.
Gorgeous, Gemma, gorgeous.
Oh, just do it while she has up.
Okay, I'm going to give Cheryl the floor now. Hang on. There we go.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to restart the Jewish piece that I was doing, but that'll have to wait a little bit. I've not really been doing much, to be honest. I've tried this new thing called Zentangle, and it's basically doodling. So I've just been doing a bit of that because it's really relaxing. With planning for work and obviously my son being in hospital, I just haven't had time to do anything. So I can't tell you what I'm up to because I haven't got anything on the go right now. Well, that's not strictly true. Sometimes I start pictures and then I'll push them to one side, and it'll be months later I'll come back and I'll have a inspiration moment where I think, oh, actually, hang on a minute, I could do that with it. So there's probably lots on my computer, but nothing apart from the Jewish one, which I still want to work on and try and perfect, really. Other than that,
Do you keep like an art journal? Do you keep like an idea, a book that you just try things out in? Do you do it
no,
all
it's
on
all in my
computer,
head.
or do you do it by hand?
All in my head. So my artwork is actually all digital, and it's using a technique called photo manipulation, or composite art, some artists call it. So it's the process of taking photos and changing them into artwork. So quite often, actually, I use my own face to do the faces of, some you will know that it's my face and some that you won't. One that I did the other week, I actually took Ronaldo's picture and then changed it into a female and just changed it up a little bit. So you wouldn't know it's Ronaldo now, but the footballer. Yeah, I changed that up. So that's what I do. I take photos and I manipulate them into artwork. So that's what I do most of the time. But also, like I do acrylic paintings. I've got some of those on my website. And yeah, just whatever I fancy, really. I get bored easily, and that's why digital art suits me, because it can be done a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
And it's not taking up too much room in the house, paints and all that kind of thing. It's just on the computer and I can come back to it when I want to, really. So
I hear that.
And then she does
Taking
little
up room
pieces.
in the house, I
like
can
when you're
guarantee
like,
that.
can you take this bunny and do one like that for a cat? And she'll do it.
I'm going to say I'm going to ban cats from my page. That's what I'm going to do.
I have to
How
say,
about
there's
elephants? Diamond
Bye.
I love elephants.
I'm leaving the
There's
group chat, says bye.
there's some really cool things on her page, though, where she says, like, this was the start photo, and then some other components, and then
Yeah.
this is the final product. And it's like, I don't know how you did that. No amount of shaking that up in my brain takes this and turns it into that. It's so cool.
I have had like a
Like
little
she's
bit
like a
of
stick.
yeah.
So
And I-
you have a separate YouTube? I mean, a separate website?
Yes, I do. So I can't remember what it's called. So I don't read. I just chuck it all on there, then hope for the best, really. But it's basically things that maybe because companies all customer bases are all different. So it might be that some of my pieces are not suitable for like Art and Soul or some of the others that I'm licensed to. So on that website there are pictures that can be bought that you can then go and get a custom done. So that's basically what it is. Plus my artwork on t-shirts, coasters, that kind of thing. And then
if you message me that, I'll make sure that it gets up on the Facebook group so people can find it.
Thank you. Yeah, so I did. What I was going to say is actually I did have quite a negative thing the other month, because I don't know why I did it, but I went on Reddit. Have you heard of that little forum?
Oh, yeah.
And this woman on there said, because Art and Soul are against AI art, which I stand by. We're against AI art. So for anyone that doesn't know, what AI systems do is, so if somebody says, oh, I'm an AI, if I'm an artist and they've just put it, all they need to do is type the words that they want. So say like they want a golden tree, they could type that in the AI system, and the AI system will then give them a picture of a gold tree. So that's what AI is. What people don't know is what AI does is it has to, like if we look at a book when we're younger of Egypt, for example, we are learning that information from a picture. And so the computer is the same way. It learns the information from pictures, so other artists' pictures. So whatever you're getting is sometimes something that they've stolen from another artist to feed it to learn from. So I'm against AI too. But anyway, on this Reddit page, this girl said, oh, about Art and Soul not having any AI, and she said, "Oh yes, there is. There's Cheryl Carpenter. She's definitely AI."
No
So
way.
made a massive post about it, and I explain it all the time how my art is different from AI, and so I didn't explain it on there because I felt a bit, because I get anxious and that I felt a bit like, oh no, they don't like my stuff. And then in the end, she said, "Oh, I don't think it's AI. I just think it's really bad photoshopping." And I was mortified.
Oh my God.
But then I did some really dark art after that because it really affected me. And I was like, right, that's it. It's all going to come out now. I'm going to do some dark art now. But it was just like the comments on Reddit, not just for me, but for other artists. It's just awful. It's so mean.
And
It's
if you
like
bash one company on there,
behavior. Yeah, it's just awful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that set me back a little bit because I thought, oh, actually, am I not doing it well enough? And, at the end of the day, really, my artwork is whatever's going on in here, I want to get it out. So whether people like it or not, I really shouldn't be bothered about it. But, that's me. I do worry about it.
You just have to hold on to your own integrity and keep putting it out there that,
Yeah.
keep sharing your art, that this is mine, and it's not AI. But eventually people will, there's always going to be, like she said, there's always going to be trolls and that kind of thing. There's always going to be that kind of thing. But as long as you keep to your integrity and you stick with good companies like Art and Soul Diamonds, you're going to be fine. You're going to be
Yeah,
fine.
I totally feel
we know the
supported.
truth.
I do feel supported by Art and Soul, and Gemma and I in a chat group with Kieran. So
Paid her to say that. Paid her to say that. No kidding.
So if I'm having a problem, I know that I could just say, hang on a minute, I'm just feeling a bit low now. So I felt like that, because of everything that's gone on with my son, I felt like that the last couple of weeks. So it's just been really nice to remember that I'm supported by these people, and just try not to let the negative seep in too much, I think. But people are just mean, aren't they? They just don't think before they speak. Oh, is that a heart, Gemma?
Yeah.
They're crazy.
oh, it's very bad heart.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
what
a
I was
sling.
saying.
That's it. I was
That's
just
what I
trying
was
to do
saying
two fingers
earlier.
that kind of failed.
Oh, that would be that.
Nearly.
I don't
That's
have
what
a
I was
little-
saying earlier about, people were just being vicious to
Yes.
Jessica. And they do the same thing with artists. They do the same thing with anyone that puts a part of themselves out there. And, I used to not understand why, like, Diamond Art Club or other places like banned people. I get it now. I totally
Yes.
do. Now, I'm
Yeah.
not saying I know what their policies are, but like I said earlier, we don't ban anyone unless they are absolutely inexcusably awful to us or to someone in the group or to one of our artists. I mean,
Right.
we literally had people go to our artists and say, well, it took 3 weeks for my painting to get here. You should pull from this company and go with another company. I mean, people purposefully messaging other people, trying to cause drama and stress and ridiculousness. And, I have told Cheryl over and over and over, her art is amazing and her art speaks to people.
Yes.
And it's not just one story. She's telling all the different myriad stories of her life, the happy, the sad, the fun, the weird, the whatever, right? And just because it doesn't speak to this one person, that's on them. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with them. It just means
right.
that piece doesn't speak to them. Okay,
That's
there's
right.
other people it does. If something's not for you, look for another one. Look for another company, look for another piece, look for a different artist.
And I
Don't
think
be
it has
hateful.
something to do with the time that we live in right now, where we're either super sensitive about things and we want everybody to cater to ourselves, or where we become doormats because we don't want the drama. So somewhere there's a middle ground. I've always seen throughout the ages that we have pendulum swings. We go completely to one side, then we get completely to the other, and eventually it swings down to the middle where we can have some good discussions, and we respect the person even though we disagree with the opinion. Okay, we got to get back to that again, and we got to stop being so entitled and think that the world revolves around us individually, like we're the only person on the planet and you're there to serve me. Or we got to stop saying my opinion doesn't count. I'm gonna, because I'm shame based, I'm gonna let other people put me down, and I'm not gonna speak. I'm gonna hold it in the background. You know what? That's why. Well, I'll save it for Saturday, next Saturday, but that's part of the reason I think our country is in trouble. But anyway, beside that, I think that forums like this, where we can share differing opinions about some things, like about AI, and is a great thing, because then everybody wins. They hear lots of different opinion. They can make up their own mind about things, and we're not going to be trollish. We're not going to be like, oh, you have this opinion, so I hate you. No, that's just completely stupid. And no, that's I just can't stand trolls. I can't stand spies. I'm going to be on your channel just because I can rat you out, your opinions out to somebody else, and then talk bad about you on some other place. It's stupid. Grow up, people. Life
And
is too short.
this medium gives people an opportunity to do things they might not do in person. You know,
It's true.
if you were that hateful to
Yeah.
someone and were staring at them, first of all, you'd probably get punched a lot. But even if you didn't, you know, people will type a lot of things that they may not say out of their mouth when someone's right in front of them. And it has shocked me how hateful and nasty some people can be. People that are normally just quite fine people. And you see them talking in a channel or something in a group, and you're fine. And then, like, the tiniest little thing, and they just completely lose their mind. It's completely out of proportion. And it's like, the world isn't perfect. You know, the world is not perfect. So anyway,
Right.
I could go down that rabbit hole forever, but
know.
I'm just saying that is something in our group, and it's like, our artists are right there. They're talking to their fans, but they
Yes.
also are right there if you have something good to say, if you say something hateful, and you don't need to say something hateful. If you're
No.
like, Cheryl, I really wish you'd use a bigger variety of colors. I'm not a fan of orange, and it's in 90% of your painting. I'm making something up. I have no idea,
Yeah.
right?
I just
Yes.
worried, and I thought, oh, it's
You were like, oh my God, what's the problem?
No.
No. I'm literally
I thought
just
it
like
was red.
pulling things that, that I'm seeing in my eyes here. But anyway, the point is, you can always contact that person and say, hey, are you planning to do anything with a broader color palette, or, anything, right? You can say
Yeah.
it in a way to ask the question without just being freaking hateful.
Exactly. Exactly. I totally agree with that.
And I
You
think
can
your
be
color palette's
assertive without being aggressive. You can get your point across, well, my mom's like, she knows this. I tell her this all the time. She's the queen of the guilt trips. She says things, that some people would think perfectly innocent, but if you have a history, you know where she's going with that comment. So it's like, it's like some people get their digs in that way. But it's just be real. You can be real about what you like and don't like. It used to be that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, which I don't
Yeah.
agree with either. You can say it in a nice way. You
Nice
can
way.
say the I statements. For me, this doesn't work. I prefer it that way. You don't have to attack somebody else about what they like and don't like that's different than yours. There's always a positive way to say things to get your point across, that you're not attacking somebody else. There's research now showing continual complaining shrinks the hippocampus of the brain. Oh, I like that. Regulates learning and memory. Yeah, yikes. Well, that's why some people are getting worse and worse in the public sphere and showing their
and
right.
be sure
Saving that
to
for next week.
say good things too. If somebody
Absolutely.
releases something, even if you don't want to do it as a diamond painting, if you like it, Jill, I love this piece. It's so beautiful. It's not the type of diamond art that I want to work on, but it's a gorgeous image. Show that, because it's inspiring to our
Buy a
artists,
print. Buy the print from that. You
right?
don't have to diamond paint every image that you love. Buy the print
Yeah.
directly from the artist.
There's some dark art or images with a lot of black that I think are gorgeous, and I'd buy it in a print in 2 seconds. I am
Absolutely.
not going to place all of those 310s. I'm not gonna. But that
got it.
doesn't mean the picture isn't gorgeous. But really, that's the thing. If you're somewhere and you can't find anything nice to say to the people around you, the place that you're at, the people that are working,
Right.
whatever, then why are you there? Go somewhere else.
Yes.
And you don't have to put everybody down because you have different interest, desires, or whatever at that moment. But don't just not say bad things. Make a decided point to say, hey, Wanda, thanks for having this channel. It's freaking awesome. I've laughed until I cried and I couldn't breathe. And, it's been so much fun this morning. I wouldn't have met half the people in the
I
chat
hope you
right
mean
now.
that. I'd love that.
I do. But, we just don't necessarily pause and say things like that. We just kind of go, yeah, Wanda's running this channel. That's awesome. I'm so glad I found it. And you say it inside your head. But the things you say outside are sometimes the negative things. Talking about research through Pink Roses, similarly, it's that I think it's 10 people. If you don't like something and you want to complain about it, you'll tell 10 people. But if you like something, you'll tell 1 to 2 people.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. That's
flip
the
that
problem.
script.
We need to change that, especially in the diamond painting world. But I wanna ask. Oh, Kim, I like that. Kim, send me a link. Okay, so what I want to do is first I want to ask Cheryl if she's got anything more she'd like to say. I want to give away the last one, and then I want to give some closing comments. Oh, that's cool. As bad as secondhand smoke, complainers. I hear ya. Okay, so Cheryl, is there anything else that you'd like to say today? Anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Please buy my artwork.
Please buy her artwork. Absolutely.
That's it. That's pretty much it.
She will get her.
Or even her posts will help a lot.
Yeah, the more
she will
people
get
that
her
understand
information
your
to me.
thinking.
Yeah, I
And
think once people know where I come from with my artwork and that it's more mental health based rather than horror, scary, all that kind of thing, although it would appeal to those likers of that. Yeah, so I think have a look at my artwork and just have an open mind. That would probably be my closing statement. Just have an open mind, and when you think about it coming from a mental health perspective, then you might have a different view of my artwork. So that's it.
Awesome. Michelle, do you have any closing things you'd like to share with us? Melissa? Did I say Michelle? I'm sorry. Melissa?
I was like, somebody else join us here? What?
Nope, Melissa. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say that as well. If one of the main concepts of our company, I've shared a lot of the why we do things. We actually put a lot of thought into things. And part of that is encouraging young artists. If that artist's work isn't something you want to have as a diamond painting, or maybe you just can't afford to buy it now, or you just don't want to buy it right now, you could still put a positive comment in the group. You could just contact that artist and send them a, hey, this is awesome. So if I could say anything, it's that, even if it's not for you, don't hesitate to say, hey, this is really neat. Because I think that's really important that we encourage our artists and we encourage everyone. And I mentioned earlier, if we don't know you're interested in it, it may not necessarily stay as long, or we may not render that in rounds or whatever, right? So letting us know what you like also helps the artists, because we can present it in a way, or get a different type of specialty drilled in or something, offered in a different size that meets your needs. So really take a look at Cheryl's art, take a look at, all of our artists, and if nothing else, add it to your wish list, because then we know people are interested in it, and now it's just not the right time for them to buy.
Great idea.
Because, let's face it, we all wish we had more money to buy more. But at the end of the day, that's one of the important things about our company. We don't want people going into debt or making, bad financial choices because they feel that fear of missing out. We want you to have that opportunity to buy when it's the right time for you. That's part of taking care of each other. And we don't want to market that way. So if you can't afford to buy Cheryl's art right now, it's okay. it's not a problem. And we'll let you know 30 days in advance if something is going to be archived. But it is more likely to be archived. And that decision is made duly. Either a license agreement has expired, the contract is expiring, and either there's not enough interest, or interest in it is waned and we want to make space for new art of that artist, or the artist is pulling it so that they can market it to different customer bases so that they continue making their income. So if you show your interest, it's more likely to be there when you're ready to buy, but you do need to show that interest. So that's all. Just be positive and encourage others. And if it's not for you, smile and move along. We don't need to be hateful or create negative environments for each other. The world's hard enough.
Absolutely. Thank you, both of you. And I want to say, thank you to Diamond Anna says, Art and Soul owns my life. No shame here. I want to say thank you to all our sponsors, Art and Soul, Diamonds. Absolutely. It's been a pleasure having both of you here today. It's been absolutely delightful, and you will be back again for absolute sure. I want to say thank you to Nixie's Notions for all the trades she gave us, and Cheryl for the stickers. I want to say thank you to Joyce Putties for all the wonderful putties she shared with the winners. I want to say thank you to Teresa for giving out the Look at Me from Diamond Art Club. I want to say thank you to Zara and Gemma for helping to sponsor the gift certificate, which we have yet to give out. We have one more. We're going to give that out in a second. And Crashly with the papers, the release papers. You can get them on her site under, I don't know, specialty or customer, whatever. They are still available. Don't forget to purchase something from all of our sponsors if you're able to, or at least put them on a wish list so they know you're interested. And yeah, I know, Karina, it's back to school time, and it's really hard because we have to get the grandkids their clothes for school too, and school supplies. We get that, and we understand, but at least pop some things in your wish list. So the small the small businesses know what you like, and that when you can afford it. Check in the description box below. There are some sale codes. Nix is giving us a perpetual 10% off sale code, which I will announce in Facebook later on. But
refresh for anyone else?
What? After tomorrow, the Nixie's Notions, the 10% off is Wanda 10 instead of MFT for My Favorite Things 10. It's going to be Wanda 10, and that'll be a perpetual thing. So anyway, we couldn't have done this wonderful thing without the sponsors, without all of you guys. And I thank you for your participation in, we do have one coming up in January. Again, I encourage you to sign up for their YouTubes, their Facebooks, and check out their websites for absolutely sure. We have one more giveaway to do. Gemma, is there anything that you would like to share before we go? And I just want to say hi to Zara again, and congratulations to your brother, and thank you for being part of this all month as well.
Yeah, definitely thank you, Zara, for being part of the Darcy threesome. And then also a big, massive thank you to all our sponsors and everything, like Nix and Joyce Putty, Crashly, everyone, especially to Art and Soul and Shez. Obviously, Shez hooking me up. And Melissa for continuing to use me for Art and Soul boxes. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And yes, in the description box below are all the sponsors and all the codes for the current ones. They kind of run out tomorrow morning because tomorrow morning is September 1st. Mine, I will leave the sale price for my Etsy shop up till the 15th of September because in case you joined the thing a little bit late, you will get that. So, and yes, thank you so much for coming on today. It's absolutely awesome, all of you. So, if you want to stick around for a half a second yet, let's give away that $60 gift certificate to Amazon.com for anywhere in the world. I will email you
Come on, UK.
after this, and I will buy the gift certificate and give you the code shortly after this. So now I have to go back to sharing the screen and go to the number picker wheel. I'm going to share that. We're going to remove the number 5. Let's see. Are we ready? Are we ready? We're going to, what? Oh, yes. Diamond Art Club is reminding me that they came out with their new things at the moment. Thank you so much.
Come on, Jamie.
Number 20. Well, who is number 20? Let me go see. Number 20 is Anita. Anita!
Yay! Well done, Anita.
Anita, very good. All right, I am going to stop that share and come in. Congratulations, Anita. Very good. You have won the $60 gift certificate to Amazon.com. And Anita Johnson. Unless you'd rather have the Paris, the DAC Spring, Paris Spring, I could send that to you as a prize too. Tell me what you'd rather have. Anita, you still here, honey? Okay. Which one would you rather have? Do you want the Paris Spring from DAC that I was talking to you about before, since you don't have it? I could send you that as a prize, or the $60. Because I could give the $60 out again. I could send you Paris Spring. Because I know you said you want to visit Paris someday. You want to see the Eiffel Tower. Your choice. You could use the Amazon. You got it. You got it. You got it. Okay. Again, don't forget to check out the YouTubes, the Facebook groups, the websites, and everybody that is sponsors. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody being part of this. I hope to again, I'm hoping to get 2 more paid YouTube subscribers, so I can start giving away at least 1 more diamond painting a month. Just to hit, I have a couple hundred, maybe even 1,000 in my stash. And please, please, please help me destash by buying the membership one here so I can send you stuff. I need to
10.
And if anybody knits, if anybody scrapbooks, or does that kind of thing, let me know, please, because I have extra goodies too I can send out for a birthday present in that case. So please, please, please let me know. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You have my heart. You have my heart. I love you all.
And a big, massive thank you to Wanda.
You're welcome. It's so much fun. I am going to send you all off with the Sally Star goodbye. And somebody said it was a romper room goodbye. I hope it's not too romper room. But I'm going to send you off with you do ATC cards? All right, Snuggie. Awesome. I'm glad you liked the event. And okay. You're going to have to, message me, or if you didn't put it in your thing, because I've got some goodies. Even on my Etsy shop, I've got some goodies for some boxes for scrapbookers, and I have some more goodie boxes on there. And you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sally Star used to be a Saturday morning cartoon gal, and she would dress up in a Western costume. She just loved her bling. She loved her Western bling. And she was in pink cowboy things with fringe and bling all the time. And at the end of her shows, she'd always say this, and that's what I share with my gals. Love, luck, and lollipops. Mwah. Love you all. See you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
And love you.